Welcome back, babies. This is Shonen Pulse episode 30. Hope y'all missed us. We've been gone for a little bit, off and on with some breaks and stuff. But your favorite podcast is back to talk about some manga today. I ain't gonna bore you with the intro. We talk about Chainsaw Man, Dandadan, Go Go Loser, Ranger Gachiakuta, Ranger Reject is the other name for that one, the real name. We got Centuria, I said Dandadan, I think, Kagurabachi, Otter the Flame, Ichi the Witch, and Shangri-La Frontier, I think I missed. So yeah, we talk about those nine, and today I think we got one on break, but it's all good, baby. You already know what it is. It's today is just three of us. The gang is me, Knox,
Yeah.
and the Greek the
The
Greek weeb.
Weebly.
I wanted to call it the big weeb, but it is what it is. One take Drake, baby,
I
not
think you'd
Drake.
be
Is that
right, but
yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm saying we in here. We ain't gonna bore y'all. Like I said, we gonna jump right into it. Chainsaw Man 207. Knox, how you feeling, man? You've been gone for a minute.
Oh shit. It's funny how the chapter title is butter butter butter, and you kind of like stuttered that way, like trying to say Weeb's name a second ago. The big Weeb. This shit is crazy in Chainsaw Man right now, man. I've been here on the show for a little bit. A lot of crazy shit's kind of going down since I've been gone, man. Like they're fighting the falling devil. We got crazy skyscraper battleground, falling skyscraper battleground shit going on. This shit is nuts, bro. I can't believe that we finally saw Tank. Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got it.
Yeah,
what do
we
you mean
finally
giant
got it.
rifle?
Yeah, dude.
This is Tank Devil, big rifle tank gun, big butter stuff right
The
here.
BFG. Okay,
Yeah.
so did we always know that it was Tank, or is this like a reveal on the name and like so they did.
We knew she had Tank because when she pulled the arms out, she was like, hey, Gun Devil and Tank Devil, come to me, and she only used the gun before. So now we know.
I thought it was a lot more vague than that. I remember there being like a conversation. I don't know why I remember there being a conversation. This probably didn't even happen.
The conversation was on like what exactly Tank was capable of doing.
Yeah, no, that's probably exactly what it was. But my memory, my shitty fucking pothead memory, is like is like holy shit. Wait, like I thought it was a little bit more vague in the sense of like my children are coming back to me, and then she had only used gun, and then there was like speculation on what the other one would be. But no, yeah,
we definitely. Yeah, we definitely knew it was Tank. It was just like, are we gonna see Tank being used? Is she gonna fire? Like, is she gonna have like a big tank arm or something? But like, I mean, she said tank, but like, this isn't a tank, gun, and tanks don't fire. Like, tanks don't fire like rapid fire shots like this. So I'm just like, is Fujimoto like confused? Does he not know what a tank is?
I mean, maybe tanks can have machine guns on them, like a nigga pops out of like the top or whatever and has the more versatile weapon on chill for when the big stupid rifle isn't.
They do usually have that. Like I know in Halo they had the Scorpion tank, it had the big barrel, and then they had a little one where a guy could sit on there and fire a machine gun or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe this could just do like multiple tank related things, and this is just the first thing we're seeing from it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we get that big fucking boomer shell next chapter. I'm down for it.
All right. Yeah.
Another
thing that's crazy is how the Flame Devil took over that one kid whose brother died while Denji was fighting the Cockroach Devil and saved that cat. That was like such a wholesome moment, and then we find out like, oh, actually, but you're not a really good hero. You're just like kind of a funny hero. And you save the cat for the lulz, basically, like on the reader level, and like actual people died kind of back there. And it's like, it's still good that you saved the cat, sure, like don't get me wrong, like save the cat, but like if there's people to save, you should probably get those first. And he was just like kitty time, and then like that twin brother died or whatever, and then that was his motivation to like make a contract with the Flame Devil, which then like gave him the power to, I guess, take the form of whatever their justice is. So it's like a tie-in with the Justice Devil, or is that just like some like esoteric like Fujimoto shit where he's like tying like weird tethers to like concepts and abilities based on like outlook or perception?
I think that might be it, because I think maybe the Fire Devil was like I will give you a power based off the flames of your justice or something like that.
Yeah, some shit, or some metaphysical shit like that.
Yeah, or maybe like maybe its powers were like it said that it was a weak when it first like came to Earth. So maybe as it was being conceptualized or whatever, maybe the way it went about things, its abilities, at least for this iteration, were changed somehow. Maybe like changed to be not just fire, like you're saying, like metaphysical. Maybe it evolved to that point due to its experiencing more, not just being based off the pure fear of just fire.
For sure.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's cool though. Yeah, yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like how like that chapter, like when he saved the cat. I'm pretty sure that was the first chapter where he showed up in part two. So like,
Right.
not only was he like a hero to he saved the day in the story, but like the readers were like, yeah, Denji's finally back. The story, because people weren't feeling Asa for a while. So people like when Denji showed up, I think even after that, he was only around for like 2 chapters and then he bounced. But like after he showed up like that, people were like, yeah, the manga's good again. So it was like. It's
Yeah.
funny to see, kind of full circle moment where like he was a hero in story, he was a hero to the readers. It's like, oh, you actually were not a hero. You fucked up, and this dude really fucked with you, and
Yeah.
now his twin brother's dead, and you're shitty.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy rug
Mhm.
pull there. But
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
when it like transformed into like that big fisty glob of flesh or whatever, and it was just like a bunch of people, and like whether he landed attacks or missed, like people were like, "Ooh, I'm getting scrunched." That
Yeah,
shit was
yeah,
crazy.
that was the fucking dude.
Yeah.
That was
the
Fake Chainsaw Man.
fake chainsaw.
Fake
Yeah,
Saw
isn't
Man.
isn't that what we're talking about? Isn't Fake Chainsaw Man the one that was imbued with the Fire Devil?
Yeah, he was. I
Yeah.
think he was. Yeah, but it wasn't like the same entity. Like Fire Devil was there. I don't think.
No, it wasn't
maybe I'm tripping.
fused. He just
Because
he
it was
just gave
talking
power.
yeah, but the power that it gave was the person to like take the form of like whatever their
Yeah.
justice is. So maybe the brother that he imbued his justice with became the Fake Chainsaw Man because his version of justice was a Chainsaw Man that wasn't ass. And instead
maybe.
like like was like he took that like symbol of what he thought Chainsaw Man was supposed to be and is like, yeah, you have no idea like what you should have been doing with this power, and my brother died because of it, so now I'm the you that does things correctly, is basically how I interpreted that form of his justice being taken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be.
But either way, like that one, like after it sliced the fake Chainsaw Man's head off, it reverted back to the human head of the twin
Yeah.
brother that
Mhm.
wanted revenge, and then the Fire Devil came out of that and was like, I was possessing that, right?
Mhm.
I don't remember how the Fire
think it just
Devil
appeared.
like. I feel like it just kind of like appeared, but I guess it could have came from. I'd have to go
It
back
could
and
go
look.
back.
Yeah,
Like, I think it just appeared.
I literally like just read the chapters for this because I was a little bit behind on Chainsaw Man. So if you go back to
Well, wait, because she was like, "Do you recognize that man?" So like, she didn't like. Maybe she was in him some way, like by like a contract or something. But she didn't. He didn't like his head didn't become her because his head was still there while they're talking.
right, so
Yeah.
like so he slices. So this is in chapter 204. He slices the dude's head off, the fake Chainsaw Man's head off, and he slices its heart in half. And then at the end, the Fire Devil appears, and the next chapter, or at the end of that chapter, is like, I was inside him the entire time. Do you remember his face? He was talking to Denji, like, do you remember this kid's face?
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
inside him. Okay, yeah. So okay, I guess he basically, cutting the kid's head off was like popping a cork on the bottle
Yeah,
and kind of let it out or something. Not that it probably didn't ever like feel trapped or anything. It just was
right.
like chilling in there. But like once the
Mhm.
dude died, it was like, all right, I'll come out now.
All right, bet.
Okay, yeah. All right, we locked in. We back in
We
it.
back. We back.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, where were we? This chapter. Yeah. So Denji, he falling upward. He's down, depressed. Doesn't he talk about how he doesn't deserve to be happy, and Asa's trying to fucking get him back on track. Talking about she's gonna make him happy and stuff, and uh, she's wanted to for a long time because I guess she felt like he saved her life and shit like that. So she wants to look out for Denji and the Chainsaw Man's because he's a hero, and now she's like, we're superheroes. We save the day and we help people type shit. So
Yeah, that
this
was
is
actually
good.
some really good character stuff for Denji when he got the backstory for the twins and the surviving twins' motivation to fight him, because he's like, bro, like you're out here doing this hero shit for butt cheeks, like, and you think you're like
Yeah.
so cool and that you're doing the right thing and it's gonna get you laid, but like over here, like in reality, outside of your tunnel vision, you're actually like a really shitty hero who allows a lot of like unnecessary collateral damage, and you've created like the exact same kind of person with the exact same kind of shitty, backstory as like you, basically, through your inaction or through your negligence, basically. And it kind of gave Denji a different perspective on his heroism, and he's like, oh shit, wait, I suck actually even more than I thought I did. Because I thought
forces him to look inward.
I thought this was the one area of my life where I was like, could be proud of it, where I'm like doing something correctly. Like everybody dies around me, but at least like I'm a superhero type shit. And then it's like, oh wait, actually I'm not, because I let people die because I'm like, ooh, it could be because I have ADHD.
In a way, he kind of knows, because when he was fighting that devil, anyway, they were like, fucking, you're just gonna let that car fall or whatever. He was like, yeah, man, fuck those old guys. But I guess,
true. But now he has to look it in the face. He has a face. And a story
and he found out that they were like a fan of his. Like the twins like fucked with him, and like one of them died, and now it's like, we don't fuck with you anymore.
Yeah.
So a fan. He lost a fan, and Denji's always just really wanted to be, liked by people and have attention and stuff like that. He wants to be recognized for being great and cool and all that stuff. So to have people like shitting on him and saying like, you fucked up my life and stuff like that, you ruined everything, I used to look up to you, that could be a pretty big blow for a kid like that.
Right.
But yeah, this the fucking machine gun tank scene though, like she fired all the weapons, all of the things. Fucking
this splash page on 11 is fucking crazy with all the weapons hitting the falling devil.
Yeah, I recognize some of them, like the Tanaka sword and then the apartment blade in the middle.
Yeah.
But then, excuse me. But then most of these, I don't think we've seen pretty much any of the other ones. Like this fucking saxophone, fucking guitar, like at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
on the
I
left.
see that. What the fuck?
Yeah, guitar, caphone, and just whatever the fuck in there.
Phone.
Yeah, just whatever the hell in there. And then on the page after that, like I don't remember that machete, but that like fish sword was from the aquarium when she turned the aquarium into a staff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then a bunch of weapons, and it's just the falling devil is just kind of like regenerating after it gets hit, like
eating that shit.
Yeah,
dude, I wonder what the fucking saxotar does though. Like, how do you even like? There doesn't even look to be like a blade or like a barrel on that thing at all. It's literally just a combination of a saxophone and a guitar.
Yeah, like what do you do? Like, do you use the guitar handle and slam it on someone's head and then play music while it's on their head or something? Like that's what I would do.
It's like it seems to be like more of like a blunt force weapon. Like maybe it's almost like hammer shaped.
Yeah,
it's like some kind of bludgeoning tool.
Yeah, beat that ass with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a Chainsaw Man chapter. Stuff happened,
and it's all action basically. So
yeah,
just pages of weapons being shot at, falling, and then just the end just being a bunch of weapons just stuck into the ground into a giant pile.
That's so sick.
I think it was a good chapter. I haven't been super locked in with Chainsaw Man lately. It hasn't been like among my favorite things to read or think or talk about. But like, I feel like this is a cool chapter, and like most people, I think most people enjoyed this chapter. It was getting good reception on the interwebs.
Yeah.
So it was cool action sequence.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's easy to
digest.
when this is the content, you know what I mean, like there's a lot of very easily shareable panels here. It's like, holy shit, this is like hype or raw or crazy.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, excuse me, the day gonna end. But Chainsaw Man, fucking people come to Chainsaw Man, they want the action and stuff. So it's like this is it. You got the action, you got the crazy, happenings and all these blades and shit being shot out, and it's cool. So I like the chapter. I ain't gonna trip, but I do want to see where we go next, because I don't imagine that they kill or beat the falling devil with this, and like there's still other shit going on. So hopefully Denji comes to his senses, gets his feet back on the ground, and whew, baby, I yawn when I talk a lot. So I told somebody that when I had a job interview, I was like, if I start yawning, don't get offended, because I just be yawning a lot when I talk or when I listen to people or when I read. So don't hold that against me. And then I got the job.
Are we boring you, bro?
Yeah, no, that happens to me too. It's become like a random tick for me. I yawn at random moments.
Yeah, I had to tell people that shit during the job interview though. But anyway, off my life. That was chapter 207. I'm squeezed out. You got anything else, Knox?
I'm good.
What about you, Weber?
I'm all good.
All right, Chainsaw Man 207. Now jumping into Dandadan, chapter 200, everyone's whereabouts. And before, we really talk about anything, because there's some stuff to talk about, just wanted to say we finally figured out, I guess how the whole empty space thing works and what happens when they won the battle. It just went back to normal, and I do like they were like, everybody get back to your seat quick, and come get over here, don't sit there and stuff like that. So I wonder like if it's kind of like they all kind of reappear. So if like someone was in the wrong seat, they would like appear either inside someone or on their lap or some shit. Like would they like weird some kind of weird physics
Yo,
glitch?
it
Like
just
they just push like they explode through grandma like
it makes
grandma's
some
fuck.
like crazy morphed like Cronenberg entity that's
Yeah.
just like kill me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or like what was the dude's name on The Boys? The Tick or something? No, Termite, where he would like go inside people and then explode or whatever. Like I could just imagine something like that. Like
You gotta
someone
watch the
just
boys.
someone just spawns inside of another person and they just
Yeah,
fucking
something like that.
splat. Yeah. But yeah, we found out, it just everything reverts back to normal and the plane's on the ground and everyone's they've been eating their Biscoff cookies and drinking their fucking ginger ale on the plane like nothing happened. So
That's crazy. So probably like no time passed in their perception from their like
well
point
the
of view or
plane
whatever. Like it's like
oh
it's
well,
like
yeah.
it's like the blink of an eye for like the random passengers that just showed back up. But like
Seems like it.
like time was different for those fighting the Sharknado or whatever.
Yeah, and the plane like landed, so
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know how long this flight was supposed to be, but everyone made it safely. But Keto family is not on the plane anymore because they got fucking Kamehameha to the fucking moon.
That's so crazy. And they can
That's
breathe
awesome.
up there. Oh, probably because they're like aliens, right?
Well, they are so if they I don't know what they are. They're subterraneans, I guess, is an alien thing, but like
Subterraneans are just some kind of cryptid or whatever. You
cryptids, yeah,
still don't know.
because they're not like involved with the Serpo, obviously,
Right.
but like they're not like ghosts or spirits. So yeah, I guess is cryptid like a type of alien?
No, it's just like something on the earth.
So like
It could be either.
okay, yeah. So like a Loch Ness monster isn't like an alien, but it's a just a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, we got these guys on the moon. So I wonder if they're gonna come back. I feel like they should, but like, is this like an Eno situation where they got shot to the moon and like they're not gonna
They
ever come back
never
for
come back ever
yeah,
again.
700
Never come
chapters
back.
later. Yeah, 300 chapters from now, we're gonna be like, yo, the Keto family still got to swing back. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah. Who knows when we'll ever see them again? Because it's like, how do they get back? They're gonna have to like call a taxi,
Call
Yeah.
a taxi or yeah,
alien taxi.
yeah, find somebody on the way or like this worm. I mean, this worm is moving. I guess they revived it somehow.
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck? I got its guts blown out.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
guess.
it's immortal.
Yeah, immortal
Oh.
suicide death worm.
Yeah. I
Oh, whatever.
guess.
I don't know.
Did y'all see the what is I don't know how to pronounce it. Omake, the Omake for Dandadan. It was like a little 4-page special kind of deal.
Probably
I shared it
Almaque,
in
but yeah, I don't know.
I didn't see.
yeah,
I didn't get a
I,
chance
sh-
to look at it yet.
I shared it in our like Twitter chat and it was about Turbo Granny and what she's been doing.
Oh shit!
She's
I need that.
yeah, it's like 4 pages. So you just see what she's been doing, visiting shrines and paying her respects and stuff like that. If
Hmm.
you want to hear about it or no, I can skip it.
It's
Wanna-
up to you.
I mean,
I mean, I could
I
also
don't,
just read it. Read the 4 pages real quick.
All right. Back from a little pause break. We all just went to go read that real quick if anybody noticed. You probably didn't, baby. But yeah, so we got that little Turbo Granny side story. Got to see what she been doing. That's always nice, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she been paying her respects and meeting some kind of eggplant owl demon guy who can't say granny. He's like granny,
Groony.
Turbo Granny. And she's like she's talking about no. Yeah, he's like, are you helping a human? And she's like, fucking no way. But she lying.
yeah, classic,
Yeah.
classic Turbo Granny Tsundere.
Yeah, it's nice
She
though.
needed there to be another reason why she was helping Momo so that she can tell her spirit niggas like don't get it twisted. I'm sure I'm trying to get Saint Germain, but I really do love Momo, but I can't say that.
Yeah, but it is nice to see what she's been doing. So
Yeah,
like,
for
I feel
sure.
like we'll probably get to see her again soon, and she,
Yeah.
like it kind of ties in because so she's talking about like helping Momo get back to her side so she can get her strength and shit because it goes along with her objective for finding Saint Germain, and then in the current chapter, the Serpo were like, we gotta deal with these kids because if not, they could be taken by Saint Germain, and it's all in there. It's all full circle-y kind of deal type thing. But I think this weren't you saying you don't think Saint Germain's the bad guy, Knox? You looking how
Yeah,
you feeling?
I'm looking a little crazy right now, but it still could be a thing where, certain people have their reasons for opposing him, but he's still kind of trying to do the right thing the wrong way type shit.
Perhaps.
You know what I mean? Like there's still room for a rug pull. Like they're making it a little too like he's the bad guy, everyone's saying he's the bad guy without there being like that
Think he on
that
some
undeniable like moment yet for him that
you think he on some doing the right thing the wrong way shit?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Nah.
Interesting.
I've
I need
always
him.
been on that, you know what I mean, where like
Yeah.
there's something we don't know inside of his motivation that like makes him doing everything that he's doing feel a little bit better, I guess, from a different perspective.
Next chapter somebody's gonna make him snap and he's gonna pop out like fucking Sukuna did in the first chapter.
Yeah,
Fucking
if that happens, then I will concede defeat, bro. Like
so many women and children here.
yeah,
Can't wait to slaughter.
yeah, if next chapter he's just like, fucking viciously beheading people and like eating their bodies or some shit, then like he's like, all right, bet, yeah, you guys win.
Yeah, just sticking their heads in fucking vases and shit.
Yeah, if it's like that.
Straight.
But until then, I'm team red herring to a certain
Nope.
degree.
Nope. But
We will
yeah,
see.
so the aliens they recognize that Momo is strong, and like she said, our chances would have improved. Maybe our chances would be improved through hand to hand combat. But like, I feel like they don't realize that she got hands too, and like Okaru's got hands, so they kind of sleeping. As many times as the aliens have kind of squabbled with the Earth forces, I feel like they should kind of get it by now. Like you guys don't learn how many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man. Like
Well, it's like
Mhm.
shit, bro. They sent a like crazy like natural disaster at her, and she dealt with it. So it's like, okay, AOE's don't work, so we just have to
yeah,
start using fucking line attacks and shit.
she's 6 inches tall, and we sent a typhoon at her, and it got handled with no one dying. Like what?
Yeah, we gonna send some niggas down there for line and cone attacks this time.
Bruh, like we gonna send dudes to fight, bro. Like it remind me of the fucking when Lucius Fox was talking to the dude, he was trying to blackmail Batman. Yeah, he's like you want like you think this man goes around beating people up for a living, and your plan is to blackmail him? Like
Yeah.
nigga, I don't think you gonna get far with that.
He's like, good luck though, and bro was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like, bro, she murders fucking aliens and monsters on the daily, and you want to fight her with your hands, yeah? You want
Right.
to send goons to knuckle up, bro?
yeah.
Look, the hands are rated E for everyone.
Yeah, and then they get
Their
slapped from
homeboy
30 meters.
Kamehameha waved the typhoon. Like, you want to get
Yeah,
close
bro.
to those hands?
Yeah, nah. Please stay away. It's not safe. They need to be trying to find a way to become allies. If they don't fuck with Saint Germain, then they need to become allies because clearly the kids are not like under Germain's like influence either. So it's like, bro, you need to kind of team up. Like
Yeah.
if you're not fucking with them, come down to earth and be like, we got some of this cool ass technology that you guys can fuck with, but
Yeah.
they on some weird shit trying to steal bananas and repopulate their race or
Trying
whatever.
to steal them nanners.
Yeah, just kind of be chill, bro, and stop scaring the hoes.
Yeah.
Everything be cool.
Speaking of scaring the host, Kinta has really good dialogue in this chapter.
Bro, I love Kenta, man. I need to
I
go.
love him too, but he's a
I need to go ahead and
professional
make
hoe
some,
frightener. Unfortunately, still.
Yeah, true. But he the most gang, bro. Like
He really is. Like when he locks in, it's different.
He ripped open his shirt. He's the only one with a team shirt, bro.
Yeah.
And with season 2 of the anime out now, people will finally get to see the greatness of Kinta.
Oh, he's
Bruh.
gonna be in season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 2's out already.
The
What?
almighty 10-gallon wiener,
Wait,
baby.
hold on a second. We meet him that early?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah, we meet him
so
after Evil Eye.
yeah, so they're in
Yo.
the Evil Eye like house arc still, and
I
then
don't know
after
why I
that,
thought
yeah,
it was maybe like another arc before we saw him after Suicide Worm stuff.
nah. But I mean, he finna cook. They not,
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
gonna get
they gonna
made
hate.
fun of for like 3 years before, or maybe even longer than that, because he doesn't get his like real moments that would change his initial, um, reputation for like long after his introduction.
We might get the Great Kenta to end the season. I
Okay,
think that
that'd be
might
fucking great.
be
If we get Gundam Kinta, then it's up. But
yeah, that might be like I don't know. That's the global inner alien fucking arc or whatever. So that might
Space
happen to wrap
Globalists.
up. Yeah, Space Globe. That might that
isn't this
I
just a
think
second
we're gonna.
cour? Hold on a second. Isn't this only like 13 episodes?
no, I think they're doing
It's
24.
marketed as season 2, it's kind of core 2. They were worked on at the same time. At the same time, anyway.
Oh wait, yeah. Season 1 was only 12 episodes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
this one's gonna be 12 episodes
I
too.
thought this was just the
Okay.
second cour. Yeah, so we're literally just doing Suicide Worm stuff then.
Yeah, I
No,
think the season's probably gonna end introducing like the space, like cliffhanger space globalist arc.
yeah, I can see that because they're not gonna do 50
No,
and 12.
no,
They're
that's
not.
gonna be
They're
season
not
3.
gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna do what Ranger did and fucking bang out
Yeah.
55
God, I
How
hope
chapters.
many
not.
chapters
Granted,
was
the opening.
how many chapters was all the Evil Eye Worm stuff?
I
I
think
feel
it's
like
gonna be
that
done in like another
started.
2 episodes.
I feel like
I think
that
we got two.
started around 40. Let me see.
It'll probably be
30.
done by episode 5 with with like the training and everything before
Oh,
Momola shows up by
damn.
episode
I
5,
guess I thought the
latest
arc was
6.
way longer than it was then, I guess.
Yeah, like Evil Eye and Okarun are fighting in 43, and that goes on. They what the hell in 49 they are okay. So yeah, 49 they're exercising. I remember they trapped him inside the anatomical doll or whatever, and then they were exercising him while he was inside that.
Okay.
They're doing that exorcism at 49. So yeah, so probably get up to about 70 or so chapters. Yeah. Okay, it probably ends with them meeting Vamola.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah. And I mean that's something, but yeah, it's not quite
Not
Great
quite
Kenta. I
Kinta
don't think.
time,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
I think based on if it's paced at like a relatively fast pace, because like Dandan's already like very fast paced to begin with. The best place would be like right as the space globalists attack. I feel like that would be a great cliffhanger to hype us up for season 3.
Yeah. It'd be good. It'd be like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? And it's like fucking big alien gang shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the chapter, like Knox was saying, Kenta is Captain Scared of Hoes. Um,
But his dialogue is
fucking
fire here. Like he's like, deducing shit and like using like references to other things he has experience with to kind of like draw and connect dots with what's really going on currently.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
it's just really good.
I
Really
like
good
that he
Makes a
brought
lot of
deductive
this.
sense
reasoning.
too.
I like that he brought this different kind of knowledge because like Okarun is all about like the nerdy stuff and like the behind the scenes nerdy stuff, and Kenta is like talking about
Organizations.
secrets, organizations, and mafiosos and organized crime and stuff. And it's like, okay, is he into that kind of thing? Like, does he watch mafia stories, and is he watching Narcos and shit? Like, is that
Yeah.
what he does in his spare time?
He's
Like,
probably
He
just like
watches everything.
he's probably just like a history and like fiction like specialist.
Buff.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. There's a story overseas about an old man who drove a tractor who was actually a mafioso. Yeah, so he's into secret societies and organizations and all that kind of stuff.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, that's cool. Give him some more personality, and it'd
Right.
be dope to have him, dropping more little tidbits of information like this in, kind of like how in the last couple chapters Momo was just kind of like, oh yeah, Okarun told me about this fucking so and so thing. It'd be cool to get like Kenta moments, like, oh yeah, I remember Kenta was telling me about like the
Yeah.
Yuppie Doops.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
This
So
is the
now,
kind of information you'd expect like a shut-in with no hose to have.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody who's just
I mean, a
always
single
online.
male.
Right, chronically online, like
Yeah.
always, like otaku, always reading stories, like or
Yeah.
like looking up, exciting shit that people have led in their lives that he'll never get to because he's like a nerd at home.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
fucking this panel with him busting his shirt open is killing me though, because his head is so fucking fat, bro.
Big head boy.
His head is all neck.
Yeah, his shit's fucking crazy cranium. His shit's like a fucking goober. Those little fucking jelly things.
Wait, what page does he bust his shirt open on?
What is this? 17. If the bonds of the History and Culture Research Club are strong, then we need fear no enemy.
Wait, what chapter
Yeah,
am I on?
I see it at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, what? I don't even see that shit. That's 17.
17?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
here we go. Yeah, this nigga's just like built like a thumb.
Yeah. But so yeah, I love Kenta, man. I hope he continues to get more good moments, and then Okaru's like
Continues.
thinking, yeah, the Kenta and continues, yeah. And
Yeah.
Okaru's thinking of Momo, but he's like, I was the first one to come to mind when you thought of comrades, right? Because he's fucking super gang. He thinks Okaru's also super gang, but
You think about
not
his
on your
girl.
team, brother.
Yeah,
You think
he's Team
about Boo Boo.
Momo. Think about Stink.
Yeah, shawty girl. But yeah, we got fucking Manjiro at the end, and he's got a motherfucking thing on him. He's strapped up. What you think this is?
He got that device. He got the contraption.
That whatchamacallit?
Yeah, he got that thingamajig, G.
Yeah,
An
I saw
upgrade.
people saying that he was gonna pull out a gun next time. Like Okaru was just gonna fucking resort to Blicky. I ain't got powers, but I got this gat. Like he's just gonna fucking
I mean,
pull
if
out a
Seiko
Uzi.
gave it to him, it's got to be some way to invoke his like spiritual situation in some kind of way. I would assume it's like, hey man,
Yeah.
if assassins are coming like and they're super powered in any kind of way, like she's probably like Okaru needs to be able to do his thing that he's been doing.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a
All
way
he can
for
do is
him
run
to do
fast.
that. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's some kind of sword. I feel like that makes the most sense, especially with it being, a long
Or
package like that. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if it's some kind of spiritual sword and it like no, I can't think of a character now that I'm in the fucking moment, but like he gets the sword and it like infuses him with energy of like another spirit. Since Turbo Granny isn't around, he gets like enhanced by like another like what's the like fuck what's the Shaman King, like how the main character has like the fucking I'm not a Shaman King guy. I've only watched like the first episode, but like come on,
Oversoul.
man. Yeah, like that. But like the main character, he had like the samurai spirit
Oh
dude or
yeah,
whatever.
his oversoul or whatever.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, what if he temporarily gets something like that going on, type of deal,
That
and
could
it's
be
just like,
cool. That could be cool if his stand is like, I like. It's just weird because like his fighting style has been hands and feet and forehead for like this entire
I mean,
time.
mostly forehead and feet.
Yeah, so like to give him a weapon he's
It's
not
gonna be a
like
helmet,
to give him a weapon he's not trained in is it's just like, oh, okay, so
or
like
or
everything is
or
going to
like
come
steel-cladded boots.
well, just like everything is going to come from like all of his moments are going to come from the quality of the weapon more than like him as the wielder of it, right? Unless there's like some writing for like why he's going to be capable with it
Maybe.
outside of
it could just,
training being
it
necessary or
could,
whatever.
it could just be an
Well, what?
alternative, kind of like Deku, realizing he had legs after a while, like
Maybe.
when
Oh,
he
sure.
just was punching for 80 chapters and was like, oh yeah, I can kick too,
I
by
can
the
use my
way.
legs.
Yeah, it's like,
Watch it just end up being something absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
yeah, it
I
probably
just don't
would.
want it like
It's from
detracting
Seiko.
away from him, accomplishing anything on like his own. Really, I mean, I guess he would be using the weapon, but if it's like
Yeah,
just because he got the weapon and not because Okarun is that nigga, then that can
don't want
kind
it to
of
become like a situation where Charles Xavier is boxing.
yeah, you know what I
Like
mean.
don't completely change up his character and everything we know about him and his style to make
Yeah,
a ice nigga now a fire nigga.
yeah, exactly, type shit. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll find out in a few hours.
oh shit, yeah, I guess it does come out
Alright.
tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, unless it's on break, I don't think it is. But like, you can't go on no break after this. Like,
Right, come
don't
on now.
don't show us Okarum about to get a fucking Blickosaurus and then take a break, bruh.
The Blick Katana,
Yeah, bro, a gun blade.
little Squall
But no,
Leonhardt action.
yeah, let's get that, yeah. Or I can see it being some kind of like ritual dagger or something where it's like you gotta
Stab
like
yourself in the gut and you get seppuku powers.
something, bro, or like like you need this to separate the spirit of a whatchama thing or something. I don't know. I'm just
Uh,
fucking blabbing, but
yeah.
Cool chapter. I don't think I got shit else for it. Y'all got anything else? We
I got nothing else to add.
Knots.
I'm good.
And what about you, Traffy? Oh. Anyway,
Uh,
that's gonna do it for Dandadan chapter 200. Everyone's whereabouts. Now jumping into Shangri-La Frontier, Beak Fiction, chapter 227. Real men embrace the black, no matter the
that's
cost.
kind of a crazy title, but yeah.
That is a crazy title, bro. Like I did not think about that shit at all until this very moment, bro. Like
You said it out loud. You're like, wait a minute.
yeah, that's kind of wild as hell. Yeah, like what do you mean by that? Yeah,
And maybe I should change my color scheme then.
Hey,
bruh, embrace
yo.
the black. Yeah, yeah.
Change
Anyway,
the jacket.
yeah, a lot of words. Shangri-La's a fucking a thickie when it comes to text. There's always a lot of things being said, but reading between the lines, there's some stuff that's more important than some other stuff, and some of this will be important later. But Shangri-La Frontier is a girthy one, bro. This fucking. I guess it makes sense. Like sometimes you look at this stuff, like not Shangri-La, but Sunraku found these like pieces to this like laser gun kind of thing, this BC beacon, and like I remember when he got it, it was all separated. I'm like, oh, what the hell could that be? I'm thinking it's some kind of like fastening device, like something like a clamp or something. But nope, it makes a little gun thing.
Like looks like an Ultimate Nullifier a little bit from like Marvel Comics. If you want
Okay,
to, yeah, if you want
Close
to,
enough.
yeah, if you like, it's like kind of like a noisy cricket sized.
It's the only thing that can defeat Galactus.
Yeah, nah, for real. I mean, not the
yeah,
only thing, but yeah, what they used to get him out of there in the original
Yeah.
yeah.
trilogy or whatever. Yeah.
Individual
But
comics, but hey, worst come to worst when it comes to Galactus, just find the ultimate nullifier and he'll run away
And we're
run
like,
away
oh,
like a
okay,
scared little bitch.
you got the thing. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
yeah, but in this case, it's used to summon. Like the Virak says, it's a whistle for calling Bahamut, and like that sets Sunraku off because
Yeah,
this is like
that's
the third
crazy.
time. Yeah, it's like how does this gun summon what I think usually Bahamut is a dragon, right? Like I think so.
I'm thinking some iterations, like sure, but it's just like a big angry war monster.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like, how does this fucking temperature gun summon the fucking aspect of destruction or whatever? Like, it's crazy. And like, I guess it's not one of the colossi. I'm still just banking on the fact that like they, I guess, have to defeat all 7 colossi, and then Bahamut is like the final boss. Assuming there's not going to be like DLC or before DLC content. Like I'm hoping that we get like an expansion after the colossi and the story expands or something.
I feel like that's like the prerequisite for the real story to come, the real end game.
That'd be wild if like the real story is locked behind 7 secret bosses that fucking 1% of players is going to experience. But I mean, fucking cook, baby.
Yeah, I mean, be tight and get there. It's literally like Get Good, the video game,
Yeah, it's like
unlike Dark Souls.
open. Yeah, every once a group of challenges fucking figure out the path, then it'll open up like the rest of the world for the game, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I
Mm.
guess so fucking Vash, big blacksmith shit. He took off the robe and his shirt and shit. We was talking about it last week. What if he took off his shit and he was just a big tatted bunny? Wasn't There's no
Uh,
tats.
no tats, but I mean, we've
Um,
also seen him forge something before too. I think he
do
originally
we?
forged. Yeah, I think he originally forged the waxing and waning moon blades.
Did he?
Okay.
Going into the
Yeah,
Wazaimon
I
fight.
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember
I'm
that.
I'm pretty sure I remember a scene and because I remember reviewing those chapters when they were coming out in the Project Manga
Mhm.
days, and we had like this big conversation like, yo, he's doing more than talking. He's
Yeah.
doing his thing right now. It was like a big hype moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
bet you
do
if
I
you
do want to
Google like
say
Vash forging, you'd probably find it.
maybe. I do want to say though, I'm not a fan of the new blades.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
like the. Yeah, like I mean, those were his signature blades, and now it's different. It's like fucking giving Mario a fucking yellow hat. It's like, come on, bruh. But like, they're
yeah,
so much different because they're different sizes. One is like a sickle, and the
yeah.
other one is like I don't know. Like, is the shiny
What?
part sharp? What I don't understand. Like
So at least on the
the
splash page on 9, that kind of like shows Moonblade Gold Sheen and Moonblade Netherlight. obviously they still go together because it still has the ability to combine or whatever they both do. So it's going to make like a more traditional sword shape when they're all like put together. And he's been wielding Waxing and Waning Moon as one big blade. You know, he did that in the Wazaimon fight. I'm pretty sure he's done it in other fights after that too. So that's like not too far outside of his wheelhouse or whatever, because he do be doing that sometimes. But also like it's still dual wielding, which is like still like his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like, I wouldn't say it's too far away from what he's been doing. There was a time where he was just using like a regular like Templar like longsword that was like double-handed.
The decapitator.
Yeah, the big needle one. Yeah, you know what I mean. So he's had kind of a decent variety of weapons up until this point, anyway.
Sure.
He had like a rapier style like sword too at one point.
Yeah, but these were the ones that were on the cover though. Like I'm pretty sure he had this original blade on the volume 1 cover. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Right? Wasn't like the two blades weren't the Shangri-La Frontier? Wasn't that like
on the front of the volume 1 cover? I think is the two daggers that he gets from killing those crazy rabbits in the beginning.
Okay. Volume 1. Is that not? Okay, yeah, because 1's red.
Yeah. If they're red,
they're
from those weird ass bunnies. Those rabbits that go for your jugular or whatever from like the very beginning.
Never mind. Okay. Well, now I just want to see. I want a volume cover with him holding these. I want to see what these look like in color. And like I am imagining, kind of imagining now if he slaps these together, like how does that work? Like I'm guessing the sickle part, like the back of the crystal, will attach to the top of the gold sheen, and kind of like it'll be like the handle. Both handles will just stick out. Like can he hold one handle, hold both of them, and kind of like swing it horizontally?
Well, he was talking about he wanted to fight that boss that Akane Kitsu was fighting because she got a scythe out of the encounter when she finally defeated. He's like, I always wanted a scythe. What the fuck? Can I fight that monster? And Vash was like, I told you that's not your foe, nigga. But come over here, I got something for you. And then he took his shit and then forged him his new Waxing and Waning Moon. And like the one on the right kind of looks like the bladed part, or at least the shiny part that's over the underneath blade or whatever that it's attached to is kind of like on an axis, like it might like pivot to like detach and become a scythe. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can see the way that it combines. Actually, now that I'm saying that, I can see the two ball joints or whatever. Not ball joints, but like the two balls at the bottom of the handles of both items might come together at the ball and like extend it enough to be like a tried and true scythe if that like hooded blade part on the gold sheen actually is on like a, because you see how, up towards the top by where it's like wrapped with that cloth, there's like, there's like a lip on it or like a protruding,
it looks like it can kind of like
that has like a screw in it or something. Like it has like
or something.
Yeah, like it can rotate and open up to become a scythe. So if that thing swings open to create the scythe blade, and then he just takes the smaller one from the orca, the little like tiny sickle looking one, and like connects it ball to ball. Pause. Then like that.
Ball's crazy.
If he attaches the balls together, then it could increase the length enough for it to like be, a real scythe length weapon or whatever.
He's wilding right now.
Yeah. Bro, I swear to God I'm cooking, bro. Just wait till he uses this shit. Mark my words, episode 30 of Shonen Pulse. Come back to this.
Yeah. Sunraku's been getting a lot of stuff lately, so we need to like enter an arc before like he get overloaded with loot, because he just got like a sword, a shield, a fucking like cloak, a helmet, a glove. Like he got hella like gladiator armor like 6 chapters ago, and now he's got like his Bane kind of, his bad bitch right here got upgraded. So it's like he got hella weapons. It's time to go really fight something. Not these trials, bro. Get in the arena, bro.
Yeah.
Let's try that shit out. Let's do some PvP here. I can't wait to see what's next. But Vash is like talking about, Sunraku's worried about this abilities of the weapons and stuff, and talking about how he like can't get buffs because of like the curse that he's got. But fucking Vash like, nah, bro, you can take care of that by getting the worst curse. It's like, ugh. getting
Yeah, but that worst curse might take away all of the things that are the most annoying about his current contusion,
yeah.
and like, you know, replace it with something that is detrimental, but at least he gets to wear gear now, and it'll just
Yeah.
be like something that, you know, isn't as, you know, or hasn't been as annoying to the reader. Because like, dude, all I want is for him to gear up, bro. Every time he like slightly gears up before the contusion like shatters it, I'm just like, bro, please just wear gear all the time, bro. You're so fucking, you look so cool whenever you wear anything. I'm tired of this fucking curse that doesn't let you wear shit, or only lets you wear it for like a couple of seconds or whatever. Like, I love your fucking character design. I love the let me solo her, bro, you know, aesthetic that he has going on. But like, Katso just got new gear, and I'm just like, oh god damn it, bro. Everybody gets new gear, but Sunraku can't wear any of his. Like, I'm tired of the gimmick at this point. So if he gets a curse
Yeah.
that says like, oh, you're gonna fucking lose all your HP because of some crazy explosive diarrhea or some shit every 3 months, then like, cool, I'll take that curse like over what's going on right now.
I can see something happening where it's like he gets a curse, and because of his luck stat, the curse ends up like debuffing something he doesn't use anyway. Like he gets like a mana debuff. It's like, oh cool, I don't use mana anyway type shit.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then you can bring stakes back by like putting him in a situation where he has to use mana in order to resolve the conflict, and then he has to get creative, and it's still good. So
yeah, well he's like gotta heal somebody or something. Like there's a boss where instead of killing it, they gotta heal it and protect it and shit. Or like the raid that I've been wanting to happen on the Rabbit Land happens, and he's like trying to heal Vash, but he ain't got no mana or something.
yeah,
That's possible. I see that.
I love how they kind of gave us a scene, like in the chapters that I was catching up on before coming back to the show or whatever. It showed Vash talking to, it was Seagworm, right? It wasn't like the fake dragon from like a couple chapters ago. It was the actual Seagworm, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so this is a red herring, I think, because obviously there's a rabbit character silhouette in the original image of the seven colossi that we got in the manga. So the, you know, Katarina and Ryosuke Fuji know that we have that silhouette in mind whenever colossi stuff is being talked about, and it's like kind of like it's building up this reveal that Vash is, you know, one of the seven colossi, and he is friends with Seagworm, so that doesn't outright confirm it, because there could be a lore reason why a non-colossi can be friends with a colossi or whatever. You know what I mean? So like, I think that it's actually, you know, a red herring for some evil version of Vash that is inside of him that he's like fighting against in one way or another. Maybe he's cursed to some degree, and like an evil version of himself comes out, and like that's the colossi. That could be an avenue. But also, I just think it's like his evil twin brother or whatever other theories that we've kind of like had on the show before. But they're just like kind of trying to make you look over here while they do something over there by giving us the Seagworm and Vash interaction chapter or whatever.
Definitely still betting on there being another rabbit.
Yeah.
But if it was like
if it was like a Sentry and Void like kind of situation where he has like a dark version of his ego or something like that comes out, then that could be cool too. But yeah, it's twin bro.
Yeah, twin.
Evil twin bro. Yeah.
And he knows all the other colossi, but like none of them ever mentioned him, which is interesting. Like, I mean, I guess they never would have the chance because like they're all being approached like, you know, with the intent on defeating them, and like he became friends with the bunnies. He never got like a quest to fight or kill Vash, but like Vash is hanging out with the dragon. Vash knows about the pup. Vash knows about the octopus. He knows about the zombie, and now he's like telling them, yeah, go holla at this other colossi. Her name is Goldenine? Goldhunine? Goldenine? Goldunine? The inexhaustible? One of the seven colossi. So like, I'm guessing she's the one that looks kind of like a siren or something in this picture, because we got dragon, octopus. Yeah, like there's only three colossi that we have not confirmed, but one of them is the Orchestra of the Doom Echo.
Yeah, you were like, bringing that up however long ago or whatever about what that could possibly be.
Yeah, like maybe that's the snake, Orchestra of the Doom Echo, because like golden hine, whatever.
Gold honey nay.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be.
That's such a bad name. I'm sorry, bro. Like there's no
I,
aura to that.
I can't pronounce
I
it.
feel like there's it's like a play on words, kind of like like it's supposed to be golden and then like Ine or something, like because you know how they
Yeah,
like how Virak is always like saying words wrong,
yeah.
like she said one here, like she was talking about Bahamut, like she can't say words, so I'm thinking like maybe this is kind of like the same kind of thing, and like
Oh, where he's just
you know
mispronouncing it, and we'll get the real name later.
yeah, because gold and then HUN could just be like golden,
Yeah,
and then like whatever like the rest of it is golden in A or something. I'm thinking it's gonna be something different than this. Maybe I don't know. Or maybe like I don't know. I want to hear this word be said. But in the inexhaustible, and they're one of the seven colossi. So inexhaustible. This sounds like a never-ending battle. Like they could be fighting her forever until they figure out like the trick
mm.
um, to beating her if it ends up being a battle. But like he wants to go get cursed, or Vash wants him to go get cursed by this thing. So it's like, do you fight it, get cursed, and run? Like, what's the plan? But hopefully we get something. We get some information on some Colossi stuff this chapter, this upcoming chapter, and like find out what's going on. Like, hopefully the plot we get out of like kind of chilling right now and jump into an arc, because we've been kind of like in like the in between arcs phase for like the last 10 15 chapters or whatever, ever since we beat like not Wazama, but Katarnet. And
Yeah.
so like we got like Vash, and Vash was talking to Seagworm, and we had that like
That
cool
started
page where it was
the
like,
arc that we're in right now, though. Like this is like the very beginning because it made a point to say like, yo, the event that happens right now involves everyone, and it
yeah,
had like a
yeah,
title for it. It's like
the
the Great
dragon
Dragon
blight.
Conflict or some
Yeah,
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping we get into that, like, because I mean we've been chilling at the base for a while, and they've had Wolfgang has talked to Animalia and that crew, and not Animalia but the lore
Lord Cooper.
guys, and yeah, and then Ryogoku's been beating niggas ass in the battlefield and stuff. So I wanna see where we're going, like what this next arc is looking like, because I'm fucking ready. I
yeah.
got my
Because like
Yeah.
popcorn.
if they're going for another Colossi, typically like at least the trend. I don't even know if it's a trend actually, because I think it started with Guitarnid. Yeah, where they like start the Colossi stuff, then they get distracted by like another really big gaming related thing and have to like
Yep.
leave that Colossi conflict to go deal with that and then come back to the Colossi conflict. But, like, I think that that's what it's kind of setting up right now with them either going after Seagworm or the Doom Echo or whatever the next target is. Because
I do hear that. So
Seagworm said, I'm about to go get this nigga right now. You know what I mean? Like he said, I'm about to descend upon Buddy, like when he was talking to Vash. So like that could be the next, Colossi encounter that we see. And then that gets interrupted so that he can go deal with this huge PvP situation that is brewing between the allianced,
Yeah.
or the formerly allianced player guilds.
It's kind of reminded me of like a three-way battle from Ranger situation, because like the Seagworm's talking about coming, but then the other dragon is talking about taking out Seagworm, and then like Sunraku is being told to go find another Colossi, but then there's these guys that want like a fight, so it's like a lot of forces are about to be kind of bumping heads and coming together, I think here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope we finally get a cutscene, bro. Like I need like
We got a little
them to
mini
be
one with the
fighting.
hologram. That was crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was cool, but I need something like them witnessing the two dragons like fighting. And it's like we can't even everyone's frozen. We can't fucking move an inch. Nobody can look away, and
Right.
just watching these two dragons like tear each other apart or whatever.
Yeah, can't interact
Mhm.
with it. You just have to watch type shit. I don't think we've gotten that in Shangri-La Frontier yet.
Yeah, like imagine they come in like they do go, and it's like, we found Seagor and we're about to challenge it, and the fucking the black dragon just shows up and rips it to pieces, and it's like a colossi just got fucking destroyed on live television. Yeah.
Yo.
Mhm.
Now that one,
That'd be
like,
sick.
does he take the throne? Like, if a colossi is beaten by another monster, does it become a colossi? What does it become? Like,
Yeah, I need all them
Yeah,
answers.
we sort of even know what the colossi really are.
yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Shangri-La's beefy, but hopefully next chapter. I mean, I ain't really got no hopes. I'm here for the ride, baby. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Shangri-La's been good,
They
but
feeding
I am
us.
ready for the next like battle stuff. But I mean, we had to get set up and get a lot. Saraku's got a bunch of new toys and tools, and you know, we got gang members and stuff. So yeah, we jumping into it soon. But y'all got anything else for this one?
I think
I'm
I'm
good.
Gucci.
Okay, that's gonna do it for Shangri-La 227. Real men embrace the black, no matter the cause.
Pause.
Now jumping into a big Gachiakuta, Gachiakuta, whichever you want to call it. I ain't gonna judge you, baby. 141 hands, and hands are being thrown. I mean, nobody's getting, you know, super hand to handsy with the choreo, but you know, stuff's happening. Fire color page.
Yeah, so good.
Yep, and the
Everyone-
anime is out.
Anime
The
is
anime
out.
is out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that episode tomorrow, probably after
It was
work.
great.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
they're going like
everybody-
the two-parter route, like with like, cause you know, like sometimes they'll fit like the entire like first chapter like in an episode or whatever, or like the entire like first. It's like a whole story in the first episode basically to start the story off. It looks like they're doing like a two-parter instead of a two-parter start to the story instead of like all in first episode kind of thing.
I'm here for whatever, just as long as they get a better adaptation than Ranger did, man. I need this shit to win.
This season's going to be 24 episodes confirmed.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
cooking then.
Yeah, we're up.
Yep.
As long as it's like 24 now and not like 12 now and 12 later, and because I mean that technically would be what Ranger did. Ranger is 24, but like Ranger sucks. So hopefully this gets a better adaptation. But yeah, I love the color page, love the colors, and you know everyone's outfits are dope. Engine looking clean. Everyone's here. This is fire.
Yeah,
But
getting all the colors
jumping
for
into-
everything they're wearing. I didn't know if we had that before, but
yeah,
interesting.
nah.
Interesting color story among the
Yeah.
group.
With the usual graffiti.
Yeah,
So
I just like the teal, like the darker teal. Like, what's the other word for teal? Oh my god, turquoise. It's like a darker turquoise, like on crimson red. I don't think you don't see that color combo too much. I want to say.
yeah, for sure. Definitely
Yeah.
not in like manga.
Yeah, except unless it's like My Hero Academia. These are kind of like My Hero Academia colors almost, but like
Yeah,
a little darker, duller.
does kind of remind me of Deku a bit, especially like with that color and then like Rudo's like boots, like the bottom you see the red or whatever, so it does kind of remind me of
Yeah,
Deku.
he
a
got
little
some
bit.
red bottoms.
Yeah, but everybody looking good, clean, cool. I want one of these costumes. The Rudo hat will be dope. That shit they need to. That's gonna be at a con like
Yeah.
in a year or two.
For sure.
Like that's dope.
I love Rio's stockings.
Yeah,
Like
those
these
are really
spiral
cool.
shits. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. But yeah, jumping into the chapter, we got some onlookers watching the chaos unfold, and I'm guessing these are another party, not like vandals, not people with the Hell Guard, not Rudo's gang, like not cleaners. So like I don't know who they are. This one person's taking pictures, but like in the bottom left, it looks kind of like Simiu's like. That looks like her eyes. Like I guess I mean it could be
No,
anybody's eyes, but
I think it's a different character because somebody pointed this out, I think, on Twitter or the Reddit. The baseline that we got with like the camera and like the glasses, they're pointing it to like a character that Urana like drew and posted on her Twitter like a while
Oh,
ago.
okay.
So this might be that character.
Plus, you
I
can
would
see
love
the
that.
braid dangling.
Yeah.
Or is it two characters wearing glasses?
I-
But like, even if it's two characters wearing glasses, the one on the very bottom left panel, you could still
Yeah.
see like non-Semiu hair kind of like poking out the
True.
bottom right of the frame. So
Unless it's like a wig though, because they are at a Halloween thing.
true.
It could be a wig, but yeah, I'm still just hoping that it's not her and that it's a new,
No, it's not. It's not her. You can tell.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I
feel like we can be pretty confident that it's not her, but also,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
yeah.
I would like it to not be her. I'm not saying it is,
Yeah,
but I don't think, I don't think it's for sure not because,
Right.
but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm interested to see who they are. Either way, who these two people are, and like I'm guessing the one at least their instrument will be, their camera. So
yeah.
that'll be cool. What if it's like one of those things where it's like pictures, like some people are afraid of like pictures and stuff because they think it'll like capture your soul or something. So
Oh
what if
yeah.
it's some kind of situation like that where like it steals, they take a picture of you and it saps your energy or like does some crazy shit. Like they take a picture and it's a Polaroid. It prints out a photo of you and like like a voodoo doll type of deal. Like they stab the photo and you take damage or something.
So my son is obsessed with Goosebumps right now, and one of his favorite storylines in Goosebumps is Say Cheese and Die. And it's like the story where the kid finds that crazy demonic camera and like takes pictures of things, and then it like shows like a horrible thing happening to them in the future, and then that kind of like comes true X amount of time later for that person, and it like creates like the conversation of like, was this always going to happen to me, or did it only happen to me because a picture was taken of me with this camera, like type shit. And it's like
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I can see that happening here. I want it now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, it's good stuff. And they're like, this person, they either actually, what if they're related to Rio?
Maybe.
They're like kind of, they're like smiling as they talk about like the cleaners wanting to hold back so that they can keep their humanity, and then they're like, all except for that girl. And like, she's, I don't know, like we don't know much about her. And like, what if she's got like a sister or something? And this is
It's
like her
possible.
long lost sister, and she knows that like her sister's on bullshit.
Always room for that. I'd be with that, because I mean, any more semi content, I'm here for it. But like a whole subplot for her, like related to anything that
Rio.
Oh,
You said Semi.
yeah. Oh, I don't know why I thought we were still talking about Semi for some reason.
Yeah, nah, Rio. But yeah,
Either way though, yeah, like same thing can be
yeah,
applied to Rio, like any kind of like subplot for her to get like more lore or backstory or content or whatever. I'm here for that as well.
yeah, because we know she's a hitman or whatever, and she keeps pistols on her. So it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
else? They're talking about she actually wants to kill people. Like they're chilling. They want to beat the shit out of people and like fight crime and kill trash beasts. But she's like deep down, she actually like got that murder in her. She got that dog.
Got that dork.
So like there is on the next page there is this stuff Mimo is like talking. He's like talking about what Felix's ability is, and like on the next page when he's like, and she's trying to cut through those thoughts, are you okay with that, Rudo? And at first I was like, okay, why is he saying that? But then like as I'm rereading it, I think it's because he knows, like as we look through like the chapter further and further on, Mimo knows like people, like he's been aware of what's been going on. Like he's talking about Amo's past, and he knows that like she got the shit beat out of her, and like he's like, are you guys just gonna make up or whatever, and you're just repeating the past. Like he knows what she's been through. He knows a lot about people, and so I feel like with him talking about Rio like slashing at Felix, it's him trying to get to Rudo because he knows how much Rudo cares about like trash and people's like jinkies and stuff. So it's
shit.
like, yeah. So it's like, are you okay with her trashing this dude's weapon? You know how much it means to him. Like his ability gets stronger the more he loves it, and this is something ironclad. It's so powerful. His thoughts and personality and all that stuff is so strong in this weapon. Are you cool with like your friend, slicing it up? And he's smiling like, you're not gonna let her like destroy this man's dreams, are you?
Rudo's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, cut that shit to pieces, bro. Get him out of here, dog. It's
Right.
like he was not expecting that. We don't get to see a response from him after that, but like I
He says, so
imagine
you're
he'd be
just
like
as heartless as the rest of them.
Oh yeah. Okay, we didn't see like a face, but like we got just heartless. But yeah, like I feel like that's definitely him trying to like fucking, you wouldn't hurt an old lady, would you? While the old lady's holding a machine gun. It's like, bro, we gotta get her out of here, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to attack, Rudo on a psychological level. I think he's actually trying to play into, Rudo's brief amount of time down here, coupled with like how his age and how young he's trying to like take advantage of some, semblance of naivety that he sees potential inside of Rudo to have, and Rudo's just like, no. I don't give a fuck. Kill these niggas. And he's just like, okay then.
Yeah, I want to see what else he's got in the tank. Like what he's gonna do, and if he's literally just like, if his whole like gimmick is just like controlling these people and hoping to cause a manslide or whatever.
Manslide.
Yeah, just fucking slam people into you or whatever. But Zonka fighting, I forget her name. That's going, I guess,
Gil, I
on
think her name was.
what?
I think her name was Gil.
Gil?
I think so.
Oh, okay, yeah, it
With a
might be
G.
like Gill. I think you're right. I like her design. She's cool. And
Yeah, she has an
Zonka,
insane design, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
Zonka just threw the love stick at her because she's fast or whatever. But like, that's
That's
insane.
crazy sentence.
Yeah, Zonka threw that love stick at her
Because
shit.
she's asking for it? Is that what you said?
No, I said because she's fast. Yo,
Oh!
cancel him. Put him in the bag. Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know how the fuck I heard that shit, bro. He threw the love stick at her because she's asking for it, yo. I was like, Nika?
You a sicko, one of them.
I guess so.
But no, this is dope. Zonka needs a W, man. Either way, like I don't see him. I don't know if he needs to get a W on a girl. I mean, I'm all for equality and stuff, and she's tight, but like Zonka needs to run it back with Jabber and get a W because he's 2 L's, and we haven't seen him like beat anybody. His only W we saw from him was in a flashback versus that trash beast.
Yeah, Kei Arana knows that better than anybody, though. Like, mangaka are going to give you, like, 2 massive losses and then not have you have a generational string of W's after that. Like, 3 crazy losses in a row would be insane. I could see, like, maybe him getting a W and then getting another L after that, but he's not going 3 in a row. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Or he gets Yamcha'd.
No!
Nah, man.
Fuck no.
That would be hilarious.
Bro.
Yo, you think she's gonna fucking baseball bat him in the nuts? Yeah.
Yo, she's talking about how she ain't never did that before. He probably gonna have to take one of those for Chekhov's gun reasons.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I guess it doesn't, go anywhere. And he's like, oh, look, like like they both like knock each other out.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been hit there so many times. Got balls of steel.
Just like a flashback to his training with like the Helgar, and they just have him like up on like an X cross, like torture device, just like back-to-back sack shots with steel-toed house shoes on.
These guys lined up to walk up and kick him in the nuts. All right, your turn.
Funny thing, I don't put it past him.
Helgar got to be able to take these shots because you don't want to be completely immobilized. You got to cover up all your weaknesses here. It's a Helgar, G.
Yeah, nuts got to be made of steel.
It's like when fucking Killua was like, when characters would try to poison Killua, and it's like, nope, they shot me up with poison every day during my assassin training. And like, then we'll electrocute you. It's like, they tasered me every day too, G. I'm sorry.
Like, they did that shit to me while I was eating breakfast. I had to make waffles while getting fucking stabbed by scorpions, and if I fucked up, they would throw me in an alligator pit.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah, but good chapter. Always, Zonka's cool. Like regardless of the way his battles end, he always does look cool. So this is dope.
Yeah.
Seeing him throw the love stick and it doing like 30 flips towards her, and he's fast too because she's like talking about how fast she is, and he like catches up. I mean she stops to like deflect the stick, but like he's already fucking behind her up on the rail. So
yeah, I was like, damn, you fast as
speed.
hell.
Yeah, get some speed from Buddy, and her weapon's called Gilmero. So yeah, Gil and Gilmero.
Oh,
yeah, Gilmero and Gil can only turn balls into breaking balls, but I've never tried
to break a nigga's balls. Yeah.
And they're both like they're talking while I get like, are they looking down? Like I can't tell with the silhouettes. Like, are they looking down at the crowd or looking at each other still? No, I think she. You can tell, like by the way her like head thing is that she's looking down the stairs at the stage, and maybe he's like standing, facing her, but looking down too. So it kind of feels like we're fighting, but like if the shit down there goes south, this fight ain't really important. Like we're just like kind of holding each other off or whatever.
Right.
But yeah. Mimo knows too much. They gotta get his ass out of there.
Yeah, he's not surviving the arc, I fear. Well, I don't fear. I hope. I mean, for all intents and purposes, right? Like, they might not, like, outright murder him, but he's gonna cease to be any kind of issue or threat or even character after this, in one way or another.
Yeah,
Because
he
he gets like sent
smashes.
to fucking garbage jail or something.
Garbage jail, yeah,
Dumpster
trash
prison.
Tartarus.
Yeah.
Dumpster prison. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, fucking Rudo and Amo, they've made up, yeah, so it's all good. You can't poke at that heartstring, brother. That shit's already been tied up. We got that straight. Amo's not mad at Rudo. Amo is happy. Her world is bigger and warmer now that Rudo's in it. She wants to be around, baby.
Yeah, I just love this like
Yeah.
flavor of shonen protagonists that we've kind of been seeing a lot of in the last like 10-ish years. That is just like the things that would normally like halt like the more altruistic shonen MCs from the past, like in their tracks, and like they'd have to come over it psychologically before defeating the villain. Like these newer contemporary era shonen MCs are just like, I don't care about any of that shit. I'm about to just kill you real quick, or I'm about to duff you real quick. You can't stop me. You can't stifle my progression with like heartstring pulley, sentimental shit like that. Like we're on business. We know that we know that it's bigger than rap. Like like
you're
like,
hurting people. Got to get you out of here. I'll think
Yeah.
about that shit later.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Good chapter. Can't wait to see what's up with the people at the beginning and then at the end, because we got some creepy doll stuff going on. And to my knowledge, that wasn't related to my most power, but maybe, I mean, he clicks on the last page. He's like clicking his microphone, so maybe like that will have an alternate effect. Like maybe if his mic's in one setting, he can control people, and if it's in another setting, he can control dolls. Because these kind of look
Yeah.
like dolls or some sort of marionette type of deal, puppets or something.
Probably has like a
So-
self buff, like form to the microphone too, or setting
Yeah.
where like he buffs himself
Yeah.
for like the final fight. He's like, okay, well if you got through the shield and you got to fight me hand to hand, let me do my ultimate button, and now I can buff myself with my microphone somehow. And you
It's gonna be
you
like
gotta
a
see me.
Destro.
Yeah, you gotta see me now personally.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But good chapter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, as usual. Can't wait to see the next one. I think I'm spent for this one. What about you, Weber?
I think I'm good.
Knots.
I'm also good.
All right, that's gonna do it for the big Gachi 141 hands. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, and since we got a bundle of chapters here, we ain't gonna go through it the way we usually do and do the whole 180, 181. We'll just talk about Ranger 180 through 182, just kind of as a whole. We might miss a few things. Hopefully we don't, but just want to go ahead and knock this out, talk about it all in one breath. I enjoyed this cluster of chapters a lot, and I had some thoughts about some things, here and there, but I guess I'll hear what you guys got to say first. What you got any thoughts, Weber?
Oh, I don't know where to start. But
Somewhere in
let's just
180, I would assume.
yeah. Yeah. Uh honestly, we basically got like a man. I'll just say this: the fight against Chidori with Sosei and Sakurama was actually pretty fun,
Yeah.
all things considered.
Yeah.
And also just seeing Sosei just grab the hammer and just toss him away.
Didn't he punch it?
Yeah, he
Did he
caught it,
punch it?
and
I
I
think he
think he
did.
caught it and then
And
punched
then
it,
punched it, which is
yeah.
crazier than
Yeah.
yeah. I think
And then
there,
punched away.
yeah, the paneling or whatever is kind of like weird there to me, just
Yeah.
because he grabs it with the right arm and he punches it with the right arm, so it's like, is he doing like a 1-inch punch kind of deal?
Where you like
Maybe he just tossed
catches
it up
it and
with
then
enough
lifts it up
strength.
enough to like wind up a punch. And
Maybe because I mean he is like Superman basically.
Yeah. And Chidori's loving every second of it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the Hibiki's sword is really cool. I can't remember the Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, and it like nullifies the effects of like dragon tools or whatever. So it's kind of just like a negation.
Yeah.
I think there's probably more to it, but like
seems to be a
he
hard counter to divine tools
yeah, like he just straight
in one
like
way or another. Yeah.
cut his gravity ball in half and just like, nope, that shit don't work no more.
That was so hard.
Yeah, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, where'd you get this, brother?
Where
Yeah,
did he
Sose
get
just
that?
gets
I thought I might have missed where that came from, but it looks like you just whipped that bitch out.
Yeah.
simple explanation. Given the divine dragon's blessing.
Well, no, that one's Hibiki. Hibiki's 02. Sosei is wearing
Yeah.
01 now, which is interesting because at first Shippo was wearing number one, and so Sosei joined, I guess, unofficially, and now he's wearing number one. So I
I guess.
wonder what number Shippo's wearing now, because like his whole thing, I thought
Imagine
he
they just
was
have two ones.
that'd be funny if he's
Yeah.
also number one.
Oh my
I
Um,
think they just
god.
made. Didn't they say they made Shippo one just to make him happy to boost his like his ego
Shippo was
leading
that
up
guy
to the
though.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he was like
true.
he had like that whole like arc about in his character about like not being the tightest because that buff pink ranger dude
Yeah.
was like kind of doing his thing but better. And he's just like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So something I guess I don't want to say I just noticed it, but like I just thought about it for real, and I feel like it's probably obvious to most people that have been paying attention. But like I guess one of the main themes of the story. I never really get too deep into themes. Like I'm not like smart enough to be like dissecting every story and finding out all the themes and all that stuff. Like some niggas be on YouTube and they make fucking 3 hour videos on all that deep stuff and like I ain't that guy, but I did notice it in Ranger, and I feel like one of the ongoing themes is just justice.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
it gets mentioned a lot. Like here, Hisui's kind of like battling, with herself, and Chidori is like, run, Hisui, for the sake of your own justice, like do what you feel is right, even though like I'm doing this one thing, like don't like not fight against me, because like he even fought her in the previous chapters, and then like it's just justice gets brought up a lot in this story, so it was mentioned here. There was the I think the title of the chapter where we first saw Yakushi when he was on the TV show and doing the like song or whatever, and then they had like a dragon meeting that day also, and they were talking about the Death Messiah. I think that episode was called "Who's Justice." If it wasn't that chapter, it was a chapter around there. It was a chapter called "Who's Justice," and then I know Magatia um, also like cried about it, and he was like, we don't forget that we were, the victims of y'all's so-called justice and stuff. So justice gets mentioned a lot. It's a kind of recurring thing in this story. I
Yeah.
just, I like that. Along with, the other things like the whole, D trying to figure out, who he really is and who he wants to be, and finding himself and all that stuff. There's
Yeah,
some stuff there.
identity is like
Yep.
probably just as strong of a theme
Yeah.
as justice
Mhm.
in this story too, and just like figuring out what you're here for, what your purpose is. It's a very existential
Yeah.
series, along with like the whole justice thing is that there's so many different interpretations of justice from character to character. So you get like
Yeah.
this like huge spectrum of like motivations and like what everyone thinks is like the right thing to do or what they should be doing. And there's a whole lot of just really good like philosophy and psychology stuff going on from arc to
Yeah.
arc. Nagihara's like
Sosei is another
really in
one.
his bag with that. Sosei's another one like that too.
Yeah.
Just a bunch
And
of
he's
Krolos
like,
running around.
yeah, Sosei is like an extreme example, whereas like he's going to the point where he's like, I will kill all of them because like they're, he even like a couple chapters ago, Hibiki was like, if you're going against them, and he's like, if they're going against my justice, then they gotta go. Like this
Mhm.
is, it's my way or the highway. I am the one true ranger type shit. Like kind of like a home, like really a a Homelander type of deal, or just fucking Superman going mad. Like he's
Yeah.
got the power. He feels like he's the chosen one and all that
Injustice
stuff.
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just something I noticed because when they tell her, for the sake of your justice, and you can see like throughout this arc, Hisui's been conflicted, and she's been like that for a while, ever since like facing off against D in his like invader form, and knowing the truth, and she knows deep down that like D isn't bad, but like it is what it is in some cases and stuff like that. And just it's a lot going on. It's cool. It's Negi, like I said, Negi's in the bag. He knows what he's doing. He's writing, but
Yeah.
these chapters were good.
Let's. I think we. What else was there?
We got the fight stuff, and I was not expecting um Runa to get fucking assassinated here.
Yo.
I got spoiled on that when the spoilers came out. It just popped up at random, and I
Bruh.
saw like that one panel.
Yeah, she got sliced, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
wild. And that was the first time, like, I don't think Benny ever opened her eyes besides here either. Yeah, that was on that last page. Never, not
Yeah.
once thought of you as an ally, you damn invader. She's looking down on her, and she's just
Yeah.
fucking laid out X across her back.
The whole
And
splash page for that, bro, they
yeah.
cracked her open like a crab leg.
Yeah, did her dirty.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize, like, I mean, this is going to 181, but like, I didn't realize that she was Bandana Guy's sister.
Oh
Was this
yeah,
ever said before? I don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. Because both they have the same family name.
Okay.
Benny,
I didn't
yeah.
remember that guy's name, so I didn't remember.
Yeah. She was pissed when he died. I remember there being something mentioned about it. She was not happy, and then she joined. My whole thought was like I thought she was kind of like upset with the way his death was handled, and she left like because they didn't hold like they probably didn't hold like a funeral or whatever for her brother, and like
Yeah.
when he died, Red didn't make a scene about it. I mean, you can see that Tokita is sitting next to his dead body or whatever, so Tokita's he felt some type of way about it, but Red was there and he ain't like say nothing. He ain't do shit about it. He ain't say like we lost one of our men. Sucks. Sorry for the family.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
they stepped over that and again moved
Yeah.
on so quickly.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
fucking Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg video. He like steps
Right.
over the nigga with the now and later gators and like walks into the
Right.
Rolls Royce.
So like I always
Yeah.
thought like she joined the Neos because she wasn't happy about like how that situation was handled, but like she joined because she wanted to fucking assassinate the ones involved. Which Benny didn't fight the fusion. Benny got toasted by. I had to double check. I'm pretty sure he got fucking scrunched by one of the like dog monster things that was in the zoo.
Oh
But
shit,
he might have got fucked
Yeah.
up by the. I don't think the fusion invader got him though. But either way, these
But it's cool because like after the Runa gets sliced or whatever, Kisu like busts out of his confinement and then like
Yeah.
rushes
The
over to
power
her.
of love and rage.
Yeah, and she had like a couple breaths left in her before she was out of here, and I think they were able to get the fusion off, right? So then like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Also, he
then-
crushed. Also, he crushed the other girl's head like a grape.
she's
Probably.
out of here. She's done for sure, right? She's got to be
Yeah.
crushed to
Probably,
death.
yeah.
Yeah, her head is not there anymore. He fucking stress balled
Yeah.
her shit. But yeah, he's finally able.
Bro,
to
if
get
she's dead, that's
I mean,
I
shit.
can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine him like not killing her in that situation. But like, if
Right.
she's dead, that's crazy.
Because it's like you got the hand on the face, she's like, ah. And then like next time you see him, he's like and then next time you see they're
That was a
like
nice jump scare too.
yeah, they completed the fusion. And then
Well-
Buddy's like, hold on, this is actually the most dangerous executive, I think. And then now he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now he's on a
Yeah.
fucking rampage, you know what I mean? So you got the
Yeah.
fusion off, and now he's just like a bloodlusted, even more pissed version of the most dangerous invader. So it's like there's
You
no
do
way
you
to
do see her
survive.
body though. Her body is there, but the head is covered by a tree.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
dead because it's gone.
She's
Wait,
dead.
I didn't even see. She's laying there like
Yeah.
fucking like Woody when Andy walks in the fucking room, bro.
Yeah.
Her shit is
Bro.
fucking not there under that tree, bro. Come on. I didn't even
Yeah.
peep that at first. I read these chapters too fast.
And now we're getting the rematch with Hisui.
Yeah,
at the
it's
end of this chapter,
crazy.
Which it's a shame too, because like you could tell like when they're like communicating in their head, Runa is still like having like doubts about killing all humans. Like I don't think she wants to kill all humans anyway, despite what just happened. But she's mainly going along with it because that's what Kisu wants right now
Yeah.
in his rage.
Nah,
he's
before
crazy.
that, hold on. Before that, we gotta talk about Tokita shit, bro. This shit
Yeah.
was
You gotta
fucking.
give Tokita his own section first
Dude.
before.
I think that comes like right after what we were just talking
it comes
about.
yeah. It comes
Yeah, I just
before
wanted to
they
get- Yeah, I just don't want like the break first, so he can just focus on Tokita having his own moment.
Oh, sure, yeah. Nah, Tokita, bro, this is such a fucking ill moment because the way that this executive's ability is set up is he puts the spider webs on you, chooses a certain kind of like damage, and then sends that through the web of, the web system or whatever until it gets to you and then applies that damage to you or whatever. And we saw it happen with one of the Akabane clones. And it
Yeah.
like, connected to him and then like sent the rot down there and his arm like melted and he like got like flash leprosy or some shit, and this shit like melted away. And then like sent another one, and it was like an explosion. So we know how broken the ability is. At first, we saw it damage like a very strong character, and then boom, suddenly Tokita's covered in the shit too, and it's like, oh my god, you're definitely cooked if this was able to fuck up the Akabane clone. You know, like what the fuck can Tokita do? And then it sends Slash down the fucking web, and I'm like, oh, dude, you're done. And then he just like sidesteps, like gets the shot lined up, loses the ear, and blasts him. I was like, that's fucking tight, man.
Yeah,
Like that was
Tokita
very
does
well done, and like just like the composition throughout the sequence is just like so, like what a good scene.
Yeah, I do wonder how this same like fight scenario would go if the executive had its own like personality and wasn't kind of like a mindless fight bot. Like, would it have gone any differently?
Right.
Because you know, like if it had personality, it might want to do things a little differently.
Right.
But still, this is very cool Tokita stuff. Getting his ear cut off is hard, and then it's just like Tokita. He always gets fucked up. Like he beat his ass with a golf club, and then fucking Magatia was like fucking him up, and like he wouldn't stay down. Magatia was like, let nobody in the world can say you're not tenacious or whatever it was he said. Like he was like, just stay the fuck down, and he just wouldn't stay down. He kept getting back up and fighting. So
Yeah.
it's like, bro lost an ear for this shit, and he fighting his ass off.
Yeah.
And yeah, this spider executive is fucking scary.
Yeah, dude, that ability is broken as fuck.
Yeah, this page with the fucking webs all over the place, that's dope. I love the way it looks, like the art on it, and Tokita and the dome in the background. He's like, well, shit, can't dodge this. Yeah, it's dope stuff. Fucking I forget this other guy's name. I think it's like Bunga. The other red the other red battalion guy who's there, who's
I don't know these niggas' names like that.
I forgot
really
his name.
Bunga, bro.
I think it is. Hold on.
Damn you,
He went down with a
Neggy.
thumbs up.
Bunga Red Battalion.
You munga bunga.
Let me see. Ranger Reject Red Battalion. I'm pretty sure his name is fucking Bunga. Oh no, it's Funga. Funga Baraki.
Bunga bunga, bro.
Funga Bunga. He's a junior third class.
Caveman ass name.
Big dude. Yeah, he's got hella scars, bro. He's scarred the fuck up. Man, he got that white beard body, yeah. But yeah, he's dope. And then we get some flashback stuff looking into his past, and then like the conversation with Tokita and Suzukiri, and they're talking about the cartridge that fucking Suzukiri had. So I was confused about this because like it's a different scene, because like when at the end of the Balong exam, Tokita and Suzukiri are at a table, like a picnic table, eating food or whatever, and he's like, so like what you gave me this thing, can I assume that like you're not on the same side of the Rangers or whatever, because like he knows that the tool got stolen. And I was like, this scene is not the same place. Like this is, they're sitting at a playground. I was like, is this like a memory change type of deal or something, or is this like an inner domain type of deal? But I was talking to V, and V said he thinks that this is just like she gave him this before the Balong like battle stuff, and then after they had another conversation about it or whatever. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, this is a good chapter here. The flashback stuff and Tokita stuff. But yeah, Hisui versus Fusion. This is tough because Hisui's a fan favorite character, and I love the Fusion character. And
yeah, it's
to
been
see
your
them
profile
fight,
pick for like 10 years.
Yeah, for
for
the final rematch.
Right. Yeah, this is like their third fight now. It's like Hisui's lost twice. So
Yeah.
this is
Something-
a Zonka situation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Though something I feel like we might be going for. I don't think this is gonna happen, but it would be interesting if during this fight both Hisui and the Fusion just like kind of throughout this fight kind of let all their dirty laundry out, and it just ends up having them let go of their pain and anger. But I can see that happening, but it's possible that we might lose the Fusion in the process, because Hisui is going to have to win this fight regardless. because I don't think we're gonna have her, die on this unless she starts getting beaten for a third time and someone else comes in to save her, like Angel or something.
This would also be one way of getting, because at the end of the day, the clock thing with the killing all the executives removes like the numbers from the clock, and so this one fusion counts as two numbers. So like
Yeah, you're right.
that would progress that plot. I was hoping that like they weren't counted on the clock, but like they
Yeah,
probably are. But like if they are, there's still more, I think, than enough. Like I feel like the executives that Yellow brought for Green here, like the revived. Ooh, excuse me, baby. The revived ones. I feel like there's still more than enough for the numbers, but I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look. But
yeah,
I really like uh the fucking page where like the was it page 16 of the second chapter, like when the fusion appears like in that like underway and you can just see its eyes and then it fucking appears again, like you can see its whole body. It's just fucking cool.
yeah. The
And
panel's almost like its first appearance with how it comes out of the shadow.
yeah, like those shadowy moments are really dope. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure this is like a new thing, like where it shows the eyes, like the eyes of each invader talking, and like they did that in the anime. In the anime, like they didn't do this before when they talked. When they talked before, it was always kind of like just speech bubbles coming from the
Yeah,
character. I never noticed the eyes having it, but in the anime, they zoomed in like the left eye would have Kisu in it, and the right eye would have like Runa in it, like you could see their actual bodies in there talking or whatever. That's how they did it in
one
the
of
anime.
the
So I'm
only
guessing.
things the anime did well.
Yeah, and so like now it looks like he's kind of adapting that to the manga and giving the eyes the different characters. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
Um, but yeah, and then in the last chapter, it's it's D stuff. D talking to
yeah.
Chidori and D talking to Yumiko Suzukiri and
full
Chidori.
circle.
Yeah, Chidori fighting the guys and stuff. Good chapters. Yeah, so
Yeah,
D, we're getting a lot of like behind the scenes, D being told about everything. Sosei's a clone and he went to go see Sosei in jail and dude still, got that same look in his eyes. Like if you let him out, he gonna kill again. Like the dude's a madman.
Yeah, I can't
He look,
wait
yeah.
till they like actually POV original Sosei again if they even do. But
bro. Imagine somebody busted him out of jail.
nigga, like I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of like the setup a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah, but like I don't think he's superhuman, so I don't think he'd do much.
oh yeah, I guess why would they?
True.
Oh, so then he
Yeah,
just escapes jail on his own because he's like a freak like that.
maybe.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
like Chidori got so in this chapter, Chidori like basically off screened. Chidori and Sakurama got them tangled up and kind of beat them, seemingly for now, or it has them in bay
Chidori, you saying beat
and
Sosei
Sakurama.
and Hibiki?
Yeah, no, yeah. So saying Hibiki, yeah,
Yeah, because he has him like
Hmm.
hemmed up in the
yeah. I managed to
diamondy
get them hung up.
like floor hands. He really did it.
Wait.
He defeated them alone.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that was when he invaded Yellow
No.
Battalion. Remember?
Oh
Oh
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you're
God
right.
damn it,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Negi doesn't use like black gutters for flashbacks, and that shit
Well,
fucks me up. Like,
yeah, yeah. V was actually
Yeah.
saying that the text is different. Like the text isn't as dark.
ah, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. There. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. I see that.
yeah. So the
Okay.
Okay.
text
Is
the
has
text
it
for pretty
always?
much
Is that
all this.
consistent? Is like is a
It's
flashback always done that way?
I
no,
have to
but
reread to see.
I think it's only been these like couple of these last three chapters. V did it. I think V said something specifically about doing this.
Okay, cool. That's a good, that's a good indicator then. If we're not gonna get the gutters, I guess.
Yeah, like if it ain't gonna
Yeah.
be good, to show that it's a flashback, have this like light gray text instead of black,
Yeah,
but then the
Yeah.
last page is black, so you can see that he's like, fucking, how's this shit, join up type shit.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But
I do
yeah,
like. I do like Chidori just telling D flat out, this whole thing with the Rangers ain't gonna end until you take out the Yellow Keeper. And two,
yeah,
revealing to D for the first time that Sosei has just a shit ton of clones in the bank. So if you kill one and you get another one in its place. And I
yeah,
just love
Yeah,
that. It
but
was like that's
that
cheating.
information was given to him a while ago, wasn't it? Because like
No,
this is
this is his first react based on how this chapter is. That's his first reaction to the fact that Sosei has clones. He just thought he healed up or something like that.
right. But I could have, yeah, no. This is a scene of
No,
him talking to Chidori after he killed the first Sosei and was
no,
like,
I don't
"Bro, I
think
killed
so.
him." Okay, so
Hmm.
so how did so what the
No, I
fight
don't think it
stop?
was that.
Wait a minute. This has to be back. This has to be back in time because like, why is Chidori out of
Yeah,
his seat
back in
just
time,
yet?
but like before, I think this is like after like the investigation into the
This
chop.
this
Oh,
this
okay,
is this is after this is before the current arc, but
right.
after so like this
This
D
isn't right after he thought he killed Sosei with the sword through the back.
Yeah, it was some point
Okay,
after that, but then before. So like when D saw the flashback in Shinya's like story, like when
oh,
D
okay,
saw Shinya's story, he had already known that Sosei was cloned, but now he knows more. So like
right.
he knew Sosei was cloned, but he didn't know that his own species were basically
Yeah,
the failures.
Of creating executives, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's the
And
placement
also,
is a bit odd, but like it makes sense.
yeah, yeah. But either way, this whole chapter leads us to the reunion of Suzukuri and D,
Yeah.
and I love this interaction so much. It's
He's like,
basically the
yeah,
opposite. It's more or less the opposite of their first interaction.
yeah, it's like inverted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it goes back to like when she left, like when she at the in the three-way battle arc after she got her clone, she was leaving and D was like, "Don't run away," and she just turned her back anyway. And like now he's, I guess that's like a flashback with the bubble where it says "Don't run away." The text is light, and so I'm guessing that that part specifically is her remembering the like "Don't run away" from the three-way battle,
yeah,
and she's like, I guess remembering that. It's just like, well, what am I supposed to do then? Because he's also talking about like Yumiko should be doing pranks and all this other stuff. Um, this is also yeah. So this is happening recently. Like this stuff probably happened within like in story like 2 hours ago. So it's
yeah,
after D got out of Shinya's memory. So D knows at this point in this scene, D knows about Suzukiri and her family, but
yeah,
it's still happening before the things that are happening right now. So like it's very possible that next chapter D and Suzukiri show up
yeah.
to the
I
battle.
love, I love it. I actually kind of like it because like the story literally started with these two, and I feel like Sakurama's gonna jump in also,
Yeah.
like and like they'll be the ones to beat Chidori at the end of the day and stuff, and then Yellow, pretty much. Which actually, something I just realized, Windy was in these chapters going to free Yellow,
Yeah.
seemingly. So like, what's that? Or because like you guys like we've been saying for like months now, Windy might be the Ram executive in disguise for all we know.
Yeah.
We still
Still
don't know
think it
anything about that.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still think that's the case. And like everyone just has a weird reaction whenever Wendy comes around. Like
yeah,
even like Yellow when Wendy showed up, fucking Yellow was just like,
like
"Oh,
nonchalant.
yeah," like he said hello, right? He shows up and Yellow's like, "Oh," and then he says, "Hello, Yellow. I'm here to get you back." And then like he kind of looks like the look on his face, I don't know, looks shocked to me, but then fucking Kisu wakes up and then all hell breaks loose. Um
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I want to reread this arc because I feel like it should be on the same kind of scale and like level of hype as three-way battle. But like I'm
yeah,
reading it. We're reading it so like there's so much
scattered.
time in between each chapter and stuff. It's hard
Yeah,
to tell like what the vibe should be. But like
yeah,
I can definitely see. I made a video saying this is in the final arc of Ranger, but it does kind of get more final feeling with chapters that pass, and like we're getting like backstories and stuff now sprinkled in. So it's like I don't know.
yeah.
I still feel like there could be more, but
Hmm.
I don't think I'd be surprised if like if this arc goes for another like 20 or so chapters and then ends up actually being the final arc.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, great chapters, full circle moments. I'm
Yeah.
hyped.
Yeah, love to see it. Also just love to see, Foot Soldier D back in action. So we've been without him. This is the first chapter that we've seen D in several chapters. I want to say it's been at least 10 plus chapters.
Yeah, because like I do think I just checked now. I think like the official release of the manga with like the volume releases are on like chapter 165, so they're like 2 volumes behind right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's literally the start of the Shinya flashback.
Yeah, and like even then, like when the Shinya stuff was happening, like we went at least 8 chapters without seeing D there too. So it's like
Yeah,
we went like a 20 or so chapter stretch while only seeing D like twice.
Yeah. So like this is definitely like honestly, if we're gonna bring D back, this was the best way to bring him back to see him again.
Yeah, have him fucking getting Suzukiri back involved because she was out of the game. She was like,
Yeah.
she got her folks and her weapons, and she was just like, I quit. But it looks like
Oh,
Chidori couldn't get her back in, so D is the one to do it.
hey, quick
Ah,
question, because it just came to mind.
All right.
Uh, what's needed to like unshackle the fortress? What was do you need like like one of the dragon keepers, or do you need the divine tool?
You need a Dragon Keeper and a GFC, but they didn't say if there was like a key or what the process was like. My thought was that it's like, in some stories where like movies and stuff where it'll be like fucking a room and like one guy's got to stand on the left side of the room, the other guy got to stand on the right side and like both turn a key at the same time to do something. I'm thinking it's
It's
something like that.
either that, or it could just be like a biometric scanner or something like that for DNA, which is imagine if like D and Suzukiri break out the original Sosei because he's like biologically identical to the clones, and they use him and Suzukiri to just like unlock the fortress, and he brings all the foot soldiers for the final battle.
That I guess I could see it. Because yeah, I was thinking like, how are they ever gonna get Yellow to agree to break his restraint on the his like lock on the fortress? And I don't think they can. I mean, I guess he could like disguise. He can transform into Shinya, but I don't know if that would work. It just depends on what the
That's why,
mechanism
yeah,
is.
that's why I think like like yeah, because like I think like the clones would be like identical or identical clones, so it's very possible that it could just be biometric scanner or whatever,
Yeah, but
and a divine
I'm
tool.
talking about for Shinya though. Like, yeah, they could do that with Sosei with like the original or like the clone Sosei, but Shinya. Oh wait, no, the
You
good
have two of them.
Shinya. Yeah, the
Yeah,
cop. Yeah, they could probably use the cop Shinya to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
yeah.
interested to see what that's like and what's gonna happen with that. And the core, like, are the foot soldiers gonna fucking fuse? What's gonna happen with D's leg? Like there's still
We'll see.
mysteries. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
still time.
enough.
Yeah. But I think I'm spent for now. I'll probably, get think of some shit that we didn't say later, but it is what it is, baby. We got some banger chapters. I think I'm spent. What about you, Knox?
I think I'm Gucci.
All right, we.
All good.
All right, that's gonna do it for this last cluster of Ranger Reject chapters 180, 181, and 182. If we forgot anything, please let us know and hit us up in the comments or on Twitter or something like that, because you know what it is, baby. Now jumping into that Ichi the Witch 41st hunt for you. And I gotta say, love the chapter.
Whole
Loved
lot of
the
gang
way
shit.
Love the way this arc concluded. Very
Mhm.
good. Very happy with what we got. Like I said before, I did wish that it was a little longer, but I can't complain. It
How
was
many chapters
handled.
was it from start to finish?
Good question. Let me see. So we ended on 41, and Goku Raku. Oh, this is a long chapter, a long arc because Goku Raku's in 25. Um,
No,
Goku
let's see. That this arc started, I think, like 22, 23.
Yeah. Jiki Shirone is 20 and
21 when she showed up.
21. Be My Family is 21 and 22. Yeah, 22. He's beating the frog into the tree. So this arc was about 19 chapters.
Okay,
That's solid.
Not bad.
that's solid.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
good.
solid.
Yeah,
I
and
think
Because
and
this is an
everything
anime,
was
this would be the finale.
yeah, and everything was really well done in the arc. Yeah, like you were
Yeah,
saying,
I think it
like
was
from
paced well.
it was paced
yeah.
well. The highs were high. There weren't very many lows, if any. The catharsis was all like the payoffs were all like really well
Yeah.
done. We got like great villain stuff inside of Bakugami for the arc. We got really good world building stuff. Obviously, a lot of really good character stuff for like all of the major players involved. It was just firing on all cylinders. Every checkbox kind of checked from start to
Yeah.
finish as far as what they were trying to accomplish, and they accomplished it in stride.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. And got the whole pretend, as a reader, I'm reading the last chapter, I'm seeing the whole like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stay with my family, I'm gonna stay here, and I'm like, bro, he coming. Like,
Yeah.
I saw somebody like I can't remember where, but somebody was like, "Man, I really wanted Goku Raku to join the team," and I'm like, "Bro, next
Yeah.
chapter, his sister is gonna tell him to get the fuck out."
Yeah, that's
Like,
always how it has to go. You can't just have them
Yeah.
join that easily when they have tethers to the place that
Yeah.
they've kind of like liberated or whatever from the evil that was occupying it or whatever. We see this in shit all the time. You know what I mean? Like the dude's like, finally, I get my kingdom back. I'm gonna kick it here now. And it's like, but why don't you come with us? And it's like, oh, I can't leave my people behind. Then they walk away for a little bit. Then they have a conversation with somebody or some kind of realization or some combination of things that make them go, actually, you want to know what? I actually don't have any real reason to stay here if I don't want to. And here's my new motivation for leaving. That all makes sense. You don't want to just jump from, we beat him and now I'm on your team. Like, you can do that. But in this circumstance, you really wanted there to be like a couple layers of, the character kind of like struggling internally with it from one reason or another. So it just feels better to go from we beat the guy to I'm on the team now.
Yeah.
It feels really good, and really, really good to see like the whole like him going out on the roof with his sister, and everybody's like, "Let us see him. We want to apologize. We love him so much," because these people were like hating hard on him, a week ago when they were under the spell. So it's like that's huge, dude. He never thought probably that he was ever going to get any kind of appreciation like that. He's like he was cool with them hating him and all that stuff, but nah, they love you, bro.
Yeah, you need that back and forth. Like,
it's
like, oh dude, like I fought for this for so long for my people, so like, and now everybody fucks with me, so like I was away for a really long time and now I can just be here with my people. And then you introduce the logic of like, and they all apologize to you all at once, the entire kingdom, that they accomplished like everything that you could have ever wanted. So you got what you needed from these people. They accept you and apologize to you. So now you can actually just go do whatever. Because
no longer bound by responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of it's probably not a good example, but I feel like this kind of had a similar vibe with like Alibaba and Aladdin. Like I feel like didn't Alibaba, he was like the prince or he became the king or something.
It's been too
and
long
like
for me, but I think it's something like that.
But I feel like his people like at some point like weren't fucking with him, but then they were fucking with him. But he's like a king or whatever, or royalty, but he still decides to like go on an adventure.
It's so hard for me to like remember any hard examples of this exact scene in another story, but like there are so many characters, like especially like with One Piece. I want to say it happens like pretty much every other crew member.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I could give Eden Zero with shit. No,
it was Sanji is one of them.
Sanji's definitely that one.
Sanji's
definitely that for
a
One
very
Piece.
good example of that from One Piece. Anything with like a team in battle shonen, there's going to be there's going to be at least one character that like that kind of goes, I don't want to go, but now I am at the end.
I can kind of give it to Sai from Naruto because he was like, I mean, that's more so like an enemy to ally type deal, but like, meh.
It doesn't even have to be enemy to ally. It can just be like I'm saying that came along for the arc, and then now the arc is over, and we want you to join. And he's like, "No, I have responsibilities here." And then at the last second, he turns around. And is like, "But actually, I'm here now with you, so let's go."
It's close enough. His responsibility was to kill Sasuke, but like, and then he changed his mind after meeting with Naruto.
Yeah,
breaking generations of brainwashing. But like,
but either way, it was a good chapter. Glad to see the bros link up and Ichi's happy as hell because it's a new bond.
New Gen's biggest bromance has begun officially.
Can't wait to see where they go with the next magic and stuff is like, and who their next crew member will be. So right now we got Ichi, Descaras, Kamugi, and Buddy.
Damn, this is probably like now that you say New Gen's biggest bromance, it like was making me think of like other big bromances in recent shonen.
I feel like we haven't had many lately.
The last one that I'm like that's really sticking out to me is Yuji and Todo.
That's
Bachira and Isagi from Blue Lock, 100% for me.
Oh yeah, we don't read that shit though. But no, I'm kidding. I'm just saying like really big, like impactful ones that like, and maybe that is a really big impactful one inside of like
a lot of people love it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, for me, it's like Toto and Yuji, and then this, and then like maybe like Rudo and Folo are starting to foster one of these kind of relationships
Yeah.
now. But like I don't know, Folo's on like a completely different team, on like a completely different mission in the story, so like they're not even getting any real screen time together after like really coming together. And,
Yeah,
like,
these guys. I mean, even this is a closer one than Yuji and Toto, because Yuji and Toto are from different schools. And like we went, we went 80 chapters without seeing Toto. Like I don't think we're ever gonna be like in an arc where Gokuraku isn't in the same location as Ichi. Like I think it's gang. Like they're
this will be a bigger one than Toto and Yuji for sure.
I mean, no, wait. This isn't a bromance, but this kind of goes into like came in for the arc, responsibility, wanting to leave, and then joining. I would say maybe like do you guys don't read Black Clover, do you?
Not anymore.
Yeah, man. I've read every chapter.
Okay, I would say like maybe like Nero and I think Zora.
Wait.
Or not. Actually, no. More recently, I'd say Noct. Like his
Noct.
responsibility, I'm dying for everybody. Then convinced I'm gonna stay.
Isn't Nero a girl anyway?
Yeah, isn't Nero the bird?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not going with the whole bromance thing. I'm just saying like someone maybe introduced for the arc and then coming in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Though bromance, I would go with Yami and Noct anyway.
Oh, sure.
I mean, even I don't think that's.
It's
like.
Not,
I mean,
it's not giving like the bromance like.
Yeah.
Feel.
Asta and Yuno.
It exists, because that's
they're rivals.
Yeah, they're rivals. I'm thinking we're thinking more like.
What do you think?
Like two characters that are really like high energy when they're with each other and kind of like, play off of each other in complementary like ways, like in a very
trying to think
like broy.
Yeah, like I would die for him. That's my guy.
Like, that's my nigga for real. Yeah.
There's definitely something there.
I can't think of any right now, but there are some. It's like if we hear, like
drop your favorite
to
bromance in Shonen or just new gen specifically, if you can think of any. Yeah. You know what we're talking about.
Josuke and Okuyasu from Part 4 of JoJo's. I feel like it's one. I don't think Nox read that, but
no, I don't.
They're good.
I would go Bon and Meliodas.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. We got one. Yeah, everybody gets one. Yeah. Spider-Man, but yeah, good chapter, man.
Gigi and Okarun.
Bro, he's still going. He can't be stopped, bro.
Gigi and Okarun, I don't even know. Like, I feel like Kenta and Okarun is a better bromance than Gigi.
That too, yeah.
They're like low key rivals, Gigi and Okarun.
Yeah,
but they're very close to being like best friends.
I feel like it's kind of one sided on both of those. Like I feel like Kenta is more feels that way, and like I feel like Gigi probably feels that way more about Okarun too, because Okarun's kind of like he hasn't like come out of his shell yet, so he's still like Okaru's still the kid that's like, oh wow, I'm surprised that people even want to be my friend. Everybody else is like, yo, you're cool as fuck, but he's like we could definitely see Okarun like separated from everybody and the villains that they get you away from everybody and they were like nobody really likes you. Like I can see him falling for that shit for like a few seconds and then being like, no, I gotta be strong. Like he's still in that phase where
in order
to
like qualify for the bromance energy, the feelings for the two characters like have to be mutual between the two, and they have to have like a very like high impact, like you complete me like kind of vibe to them when they're on screen together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I definitely get that from these two, from Gokuraku and Ichi.
Yeah,
Ichi was really sad when bro said he couldn't come, and then like that look on his face when he said, "Yeah, I'm coming with you, bro." It's the happiest.
It
ever,
was huge when Gokuraku was like, "Yo," when I said I couldn't come. I think it was the first time that Ichi was talking to me and wasn't making direct, crazy, scary eye contact, and I was like, "Damn, that hits," because like Ichi really is always looking niggas dead in their shit. You know what I mean? like eyes wide open, like almost kissing distance from them. Like, oh, what's up, bro? What we talking about?
Because he's a mountain kid. He don't understand that whole like beating around the bush stuff and not saying how you feel. But like he also is like he's willing to like respect the boundaries, but like he's not like he's gonna look you straight in your face and say shit. But it's like he not gonna force you to come. But he's happy as fuck now. So let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But great chapter, great arc, great story. Anybody who hates this, I hate you. But yeah,
Loser. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Can't wait to see this animated. This is gonna be a great. I feel like this is a good stopping point for like a first arc. 24 episode type of deal, or maybe. Yeah, I want to say 24 maybe, or this could be like. Say we do like a 24 episode anime. This could be like episode like 18 or something like that. I don't know.
Sure.
Who knows?
We
But
gonna see.
this, yeah, we gonna see, baby, because it's definitely getting an anime. I mean, it's money dollars. It's just printing. It's big money. It's jump, baby. We in there. So
Yeah, this is jackpot money ball time. Whenever this
yeah,
gets
Osamu
done.
Nishi and fucking Usazaki. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nishi, fucking Iruma's bussing. We just had
I
chapter
need to catch
400.
up.
I'm gonna get back on that soon, hopefully.
I'm
Yeah,
still at where
Iruma.
season 3 ended.
Yeah, season 4 is gonna start soon. That's just gonna be really good.
I
And
think I'm still like 150 chapters in. Yeah.
yeah, I want to say that's probably like 2 seasons worth. But yeah, that shit just crossed 400 chapters. I think 401 is this week. So Nishi's 400 deep on that and 41 on this.
Mhm.
Yeah, those super long running, like, hundreds and hundreds of chapters, shonens are few and far between nowadays. So
Yeah.
anyone that's like doing the damn thing and going the distance like that in this era gets my fucking praise.
Yeah,
they
I mean that's
really
gonna.
up that
I mean that's
shit.
gonna end up being Shangri-La Frontier. Right now, it's
For
gonna
sure.
be each Iruma most 100% since it's already past 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also give it the Four Nights of the Apocalypse because we're nowhere near the end and we're about to hit chapter 200.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm curious
I'll give it
about
to
that. I do definitely not.
Because I think he said it was
see-
going to be longer than Seven Deadly Sins.
How long was 7 Deadly Sins? Like 200?
Like 380. I think
Okay.
Damn.
it was over 300 chapters.
I dropped that shit
Okay.
around like 130, like after the first like 10 Commandments arc or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you
I
drop it
feel like,
before or after Escanor? If you dropped it before Escanor, I'm never going to speak to you again.
No, I saw Escanor fight like Estarossa, and
Yeah.
I didn't see
That was
Escanor.
fire.
Yeah, I dropped it before Escanor versus Meliodas, but like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think the last thing I saw
That was a high fight in the manga.
Yeah, like I saw that first little conflict with the tournament. I saw Dolor versus Diane. I saw fucking King versus his little like fairy homeboy from back in the day that was a villain and was a part of the 10 Commandments. I saw Escanor cleave fucking Gallon and half. Yeah, I seen all that shit.
Look up him on TikTok. Escanor's name is the first up.
Yeah, I saw them fight.
I shit you not. Someone said that. I looked it up, and it is 100% true.
Okay. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Ichi stuff.
Yeah, actually,
But, yeah.
Ichi right now.
Actually good manga. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
come on. But I do before close out. I do definitely think Iruma is gonna go to about 700 at least.
100%. I see that.
Yeah, it's chunky and there's a lot left for it. But I wonder, Ichi. I can see Ichi going, not full 500, but I can see Ichi doing like 200-300.
Yeah.
They got the juice, man. But yeah, I'm squeezed out. 41st hunt. What about you, Knox? You got anything else?
I'm good. I'm excited for the future with Gokuraku on the team. I'm excited for him to get his arm fixed. It's probably going to be better than before. He's going to get some Mantano Witch Association buffs, and that's going to be hype.
Yes, sir. Weep.
I'm all good. One last bromance that came to mind just now. Last one, I swear.
Let's go!
Yugi and Joey.
Oh, there
Okay.
we go. That's a banger.
Yeah, we get that. You get points for that one. All right. Well, that's gonna do it, baby girls, for Ichi the Witch 41st hunt for you.
Weekly Shonen Jump and the Axe is also a good bromance.
Now jumping into Odor of the Flame, chapter 9, the Blade Horn. What do you think about this one?
I actually kind of think I'm gonna like this short-term antagonist. He actually seems relatively interesting.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
kind of opposite for me. I don't really care for him, but I do like that he has this whole warrior spirit kind of thing
Yeah.
going to him, where he's like, I like the warrior thing. It's
That's
interesting.
really what's gravitating me to it.
Yeah, but like I don't like how he just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, we've been in this village for like a week, but like things are kind of going fast. Like we got
Yeah.
here, it's time to help, and like we're already in the mine. Like I feel like it probably should have took a little longer. We probably should have met like some people and like found out like I
Yeah.
mean we met the dwarves and stuff last week, but I don't know. It just feels like some more time could have been spent to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, that's definitely like a critique I have with this, especially like since we like finished the training like right away from the last little mini skirmish we had to now. Only reason I say I like this better is because like he doesn't seem like a cocky goofball like the last guy,
yeah,
and I feel like we'll probably get like a good fight that won't be a relative cakewalk for our characters with just the flames right now.
yeah. I think if we can
Which
get a good fight, then that's the
yeah,
least like that. If you can give us at least a good fight here, then I'll be
yeah.
satisfied.
I do want the Iron Spirit to play a role. Like in the middle of this fight, I would love it if like Fla- I'm just gonna call the Flame Spirit Flame or whatever, or Sputter or whatever. Uh,
Sputter.
Sputter, yeah, Fire Force recency part one of the third season finished, but like, yeah, like let's say Sputter, like in the middle of the fight, like while Odor is fighting this guy, manages to thaw out enough of the Iron Spirit, and our dwarf, and our what was the name of the dwarf girl?
Oh fuck if I know.
I think it's Syndra.
um, is it, you said Syndra?
Syndra something Dra. I
Man,
completely forgot the name.
don't get me the fucking line with these damn names. Let me
Yeah,
see. What is her name? Um, what is her name? I'm looking at the last chapter. Yeah, Syndra. Damn, you're good.
damn. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I completely guessed on that one. But yeah, like it would be interesting if like the Iron Spirit like gives her like its blessing and helps her like forge a sword or something for Odor in the middle of this fight that'll help better condense the flames and make them stronger. Because like
Yeah.
I feel like if we're getting introduced to a dwarf characters in any work of fiction that aren't just minors but also like just like some of the greatest craftsmen, especially in this series it's being set up to be, and
Yeah.
maybe she'll join their party as like a weapons smith, like a forger or whatever, for all we know. I feel like it'd fit, especially since we got like even though it was like for a little bit like emphasis on the culture and pride of making weapons for this whole village. So I feel like it'd feel right if like even if it's in the middle of this fight and Odor is holding off this guy just barely surviving right now, as it showed in this fight. Like this guy is definitely a lot stronger than Odor. It would be interesting if like giving like a strong proper weapon that could better utilize Odor's flames and heroic vigor to like be able to best this guy, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't just come down to only his power.
Yeah, I guess like I could see like I don't think the dwarves. I think they were. I'm pretty sure there were more dwarves here, and they're just kind of like being forced to. Yeah, they're being forced to make like shitty weapons because they froze the forge. So like I'm thinking of ways that like this character could join the crew if possible. Like maybe she doesn't, but like I'm thinking like maybe these ice guys kill all the other dwarves and they free the Iron Spirit, and it joins her kind of like Otter and fucking Flicker or whatever you called her, like, and they kind of become like a team along with Etu Perko, and like she uses the Iron Spirit and the Fire Spirit to craft, special, stronger weapons, and that gives, Otter a new weapon, and that gives Edipurko a new weapon because she's got her skates, but like maybe she can make better skates along with other, weapons for when they can't always fight in the snow when they beat the Snow Kingdom, the Ice Kingdom. So
Yeah,
there's got to be other, antagonists. She's not gonna be able to ski everywhere, I don't think so. It'd be cool if this character joins because I mean she's around the same age. If she wasn't gonna join, they could have just made her. I mean, well, she's a dwarf, but I was gonna say they could have made her, a big muscle mommy like they did with the last character and left her at the last village. But I can see this character being used more. But like I feel like they got to give her a little more, uh, you know, some more before they have her join with
yeah,
them. But
yeah. No, I see that.
yeah, I'm just I don't hate the arc because it kind of just happened, but I'm already ready for the arc. I'm ready to see this story develop
Hit
and
its stride.
do. Yeah, I wanted to hit its stride, and I wanted to have I wanted to have its own kind of like Bakugami arc, like Ichi the Witch did. Like have a arc that's 10 chapters. I want to see something. I want to see something in this story take more than 2 chapters to start and finish, because we got to this village. We met the dwarves, and we're already like at the boss chamber. We're in front of the frozen iron spirit, and we're fighting the big bad guy on campus. Like, I'm ready for this story to give me something that is more than a couple of chews. Like, give me a steak and not like a chicken nugget. Because we getting like the art's great. You know, I like the potential, but you know, I gotta be real. Potential isn't everything, and potential doesn't really mean shit if you don't capitalize on it. And so, like, I want this story to do stuff, but right now it's microwaving chicken nuggets, and I want a steak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, so hopefully more comes from it. Maybe, you know, this fight with the warrior guy, you know, becomes something cool. But like I just feel like he was introduced too fast for it to matter. Um,
Yeah,
but
it definitely could have gone a bit slower, like you said, build up the area and the villagers. But I don't know. Maybe it could be editor interference, or maybe or maybe the mangaka's like still kind of reeling from like taking it too slow with Red Hood and just wants to keep going like at a quick pace
yeah, I
to
don't
keep
know. It's
reader
just
attention. I guess I don't
yeah,
know.
it's like this whole arc. We joined the village, we beat a couple of bad guys up, and then we rode a train car down a track and found the big bad guy. Like there was no Goonies, there's no like we don't know the names of anyone here besides the three main characters and the bad guy who introduced himself. We don't know like you know we don't know any
Yeah. We
henchmen.
didn't even get a mini boss.
Well, they did the one dude who did the ice coffin stuff.
Oh no, I'm talking about for this section specifically. Whenever you get to a new location, a lot of times there's like a mini boss to like warm you up for the main event.
I think this is the same place.
No, it's a different village.
Okay.
Last place was just a random village. This one's the dwarfen home.
Oh yeah, okay. They found this place, Dwarf Valley. Yeah,
Yeah,
surrounded by an anvil wall. Yeah, so I just want more to chew on, man. Besides, you know, the 1-2
yeah,
punch. Like I don't want this, like, like I feel like the next chapter is gonna be all fight with this warrior
yeah,
dude, and then like I don't think the fight will end like with the chapter after this, but I feel like it will end. I feel like this arc will end in 2 chapters, and I want more from it, but I don't want them to drag out this fight with this warrior dude. I want
yeah.
something where we can park and learn more and stuff like that, and also just like give like enemies more personality besides like being a Black Clover villain, but with ice basically.
Hey,
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I like for what it is. You know, it's cool. It's you know cool to pass time. I want more from it, and I hope I get more from it. But I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like it. It's cool. But I wanna love it. So
yeah,
hopefully I come to love it, and you know if it survives, it gets better. But if not, then you know it won't be here for long. Who knows? I would definitely not. You know, I would like to have this manga, you know, get a hit. So.
yeah. Me too.
But yeah, I think that's it for me. Did you have anything else for this chapter?
More so just you can guarantee that maybe it's editor interference, but maybe like I feel like the mangaka could have made Sindri like another muscle woman like we saw at the beginning of the series.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because like dwarfs, they're always
Oh
muscular in every
yeah,
work of
yeah,
fiction. So I figured, yeah,
yeah. Probably just didn't
and the
want to
mangaka
draw.
likes muscle girls, so
Probably just didn't want to draw like a small buff.
maybe
Yeah, I think they're going
probably
for more like the you know the sexual stuff because she's got like the boobs and the fucking shirt. You know,
I guess
she's not a warrior. She's a dwarf, and they you know whatever.
fair
I
enough.
don't know. They're going for the fan service on this one, but I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully she becomes more than fan service with
yeah,
crafting. But yeah, I think I'm spent on this one. We'll see next one. Hopefully next chapter's better. That's
hope so.
you yeah. That was Otter of the Flame, chapter 9, the Blade Horn. Now jumping into the final manga segment of the night, baby girls, is Kagurabachi, chapter 85, Open. For open that door, or don't open that door, or hold the door, or whatever. It's Kagurabachi. It's big glazing. Another phenomenal
Big glazing.
cinematic chapter. The guy
Peak
he gets it.
fiction
He
cinema.
knows.
It's so
Yeah. What
good.
you been MIA? What you think, Knox? How you feeling?
Dude, I love everything about this arc, man. I love everything about what Kagurabachi is doing week to week. I think it's on insane run of extremely high quality chapters back to back. I think that like what it's kind of like seems like it's setting up here is that it's more of like a psychological or like ideological defeat against Samura rather than like a physical one, which I think is like a really good decision for Hokuzono to make when it comes to Chihiro versus Samura. I think that like having him outright defeat Samura in combat gives Chihiro a little bit too much too quickly, honestly, because like he literally just learned this fucking sword style like this arc. You know what I mean? And like sure, N10 has been revealed to be the hard counter to the Enchanted Blades, and like Hokuzono could have safely, you know, had this be an outright physical defeat just based off of that if he wanted to, and it would have been fine technically. But I think the decision to kind of hold off on that, you know, and have it be, you know, more of a battle of ideologies until Samura just kind of like gives up is better than like him being fucking like samurai slashed with the blood spurting out of his chest at the end of the clash. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I think it's just a better decision to do it this way if that's what's happening. It seems like it is.
And at the very least, I would like it if Chihiro managed to at least land one blow.
Yeah.
Not a big one, but like at least land one blow to show like his progression against Samura.
He's
still way above him.
He cracked the Tobimune, like he was right about what he said that he could do. You know what I mean? Like that's like honestly better than, you know, him landing a random slash to, you know, Samura's arm or something like that. Like, you know,
he even said it, like Samura was, you know, talking shit, and he was like, bro, like I can do this. I broke the Cloud Gouger, and Samura was like, yeah, that dude was just some random riffraff though. Like,
I'm that nigga for real.
Yeah. He's like, I'm different, bro. That dude you fought with Cloud Gouger won't shit, and then he shattered, he, you know, cracks the blade too, and it's like, all right, bro, you kind of got to eat your words. Like, it's time for you to listen, old man. Open your fucking eyes, man.
They've given Samura just like way too much since his introduction. Like, the skill and experience gap is just like insane between Samura and Chihiro. So I think it's just feels way better for Chihiro to just like not be there yet. After everything that they've given Samura and have it be this kind of W, I think it was just really well done, good decision to make or to be made by Hokuzono.
So, like, do you think they, you know, skipping ahead, do you think they just stop fighting here, or do you think Samura continues now with his eyes open?
I don't know. I think we get a lot of dialogue, and then like something brings the conflict back to like fighting for one reason or another. I don't know if it's like a continuation of the 1v1 in the same respect that we've seen so far, but it could be some kind of like final clash of sorts, like where the Tobimune actually breaks and Samura just like allows it or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really know where I'm going here with it, but I can see the fighting being done, but I can also see, you know, room for the fighting to not be done for one reason or another, but just not the same that we've been getting up until this point. I have no idea how to exactly explain that, but hopefully you get what I mean when I say that. I guess.
And there's always like that, like villain entry. You know, sometimes something happens and like a villain pops up, and it's like, I've been waiting for this. Like something could happen, and somebody, I've been waiting for Samura to open his eyes, and they fucking have some kind of visual ability or something.
Oh, dude, yo, nigga, hold on a second, my nigga, because if Hokuzono really wanted to do it to us, now that this nigga Samura's eyes are open, if a fucking Hishaku nigga pops out of the bushes and stabs Iori or some shit while his eyes are open, that would be the craziest fucking curveball right now.
Yeah, though he would still use Suzaku to heal.
Of course,
not if the bitch broke though.
Yeah, true, but not if the sword is broken, I guess, if they're waiting for that moment, but like...
But then again, in this chapter, it showed he healed the sword with Suzaku since it was still intact.
That was super tight. I love the application of Suzaku to heal
that was really good.
Something other than the body. Like, I didn't even think about that possibility. That's the kind of, like, you know, surprise twist, like, type shit in the power system that I love seeing in stories where the power system is as important and as deep as Kagurabachi is kind of going for you. I feel like we get shit like that like all the time in the Jujutsu Kaisens and the Hunter Hunters and the, you know, the stories like that where the power systems have that much going on.
Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, we got a domain expansion in this one. We got
didn't we?
Yeah, they fucking leaves and feathers and goldfish made a fucking black space where no one can see
true,
or
true,
hear
true.
anything. That was dope stuff. And
also in reference to Jujutsu Kaisen, like on the direct subject of what we were just talking about, when he used Suzaku to heal the blade, it reminded me of like Gojo using reverse curse technique to heal his technique coming out of the domain expansion. Or yeah, that was Gojo, right? Yeah, that was one of those like twisty, oh my god, I didn't think that would be possible, but it makes so much sense that it is possible kind of like moments in the power system for Jujutsu too. So I love shit like that, man. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, this is a dope chapter. And then like love the spot, the one where Samura's going, like walking up, Chihiro's on the ground, Samura's going over, walking over to grab the sword, the goldfish is behind Samura, and he fucking teleports to it.
Yeah, incredible composition and handling throughout this last stretch of choreography. I will say that as well.
Yeah, I this is just itching to be animated with the right director. It would be like peak fiction.
Bro, they're literally gonna be fighting each other in the streets of these fucking studios, like for the rights to this shit, bro. They're gonna need like a Kengan Ashura style like tournament to decide who gets this shit.
For last year, it's been rumored that Psy Games will be the place animating it.
Yeah,
and like they're still relatively unknown, but a lot of their stuff have been like pretty good. Like Uma Musume has a lot of really cool animation sequences. Apocalypse Hotel recently was great. They're doing the Summer Hikaru Died right now, I believe. What else? They've done a few like things that are under the radar but look really good. So I think like they're definitely up and comers, and I think with the right director, it will be like fantastic.
Yeah, this shit is like a movie first and a manga second. It's like Sakamoto days in that way, like just the way that it's all put together. It just feels so cinematic.
Yeah, this needs to be done the way we wanted Sakamoto days to be done.
Nah, on God, if this shit gets the Sakamoto days treatment,
I doubt it. It's still one of their best sellers. They're gonna do well with it.
Pretty sure Sakamoto Days was too.
Yeah,
like I don't think Sakamoto Days ain't some.
We were saying they weren't going to do that for Sakamoto too. So
yeah, Sakamoto was I'm pretty sure selling good, and it
was selling good. But I think Kagurabachi was like selling a lot better.
Yeah,
than
Kagurabachi
is
manga,
bigger,
for sure.
It's bigger now. So like, I feel like it could be like a new JJK in terms of.
Just saying, Sakamoto Days was never a slacker in sales.
No, it was good. It just like wasn't always in the conversation. It was like, it was there. People would talk about it, but not to the same extent as like I think. Actually, no, you're right.
The conversations were there for Sakamoto, man.
Yeah, they were there.
It just didn't have the meme impact that Kagurabachi had in the beginning because it was like a slower burn with the comedy shit.
Sakamoto Days definitely deserved a better adaptation. Like it wasn't bad in the beginning. Like it fell off in the end, and that doesn't mean it should have got a bad anime. The anime just sucks.
I think I've seen worse. I think it's fine. But like, it definitely deserves way better. Hell, for all we know, the second half of the first season could be an improvement. But that's just being optimistic.
But yeah, this basically what like my dream for Sakamoto Days back in the day is like what I'm dreaming for Kagurabachi. Sakamoto didn't get it, so I need Kagurabachi to tighten up and get it.
Look, for me, as long as it's not like first 10 episodes of Blue Lock season 2 or last 2 seasons of Seven Deadly Sins or even X-Arm quality, I'm good.
Yeah. This is a banger chapter. Fucking Chihiro just never giving up, bro.
He's developed so well over the story.
Yeah, there's nothing I want to throw away, even if it hurts. I trample all over it and keep moving forward, no matter how long it takes. And he looking at bro with that stance, and it's like I love that fucking finger point when he's doing the fucking that shit's so cool.
I'm coming for you, man.
Yeah, and the shots, bro. Like there's like 3 or 4 pages in this shit that are just incredible. Like the fucking, I love the fucking the like widescreen movie shot where it's like fucking samurai movie or fucking cowboy film. This wide shit. Like they did the same thing with when he fought Sojo, and they did the like they were standing there and then they both like fucking blinked away like turned into lightning and Nishiki and shit.
Yeah,
they did the little countdown.
Like Kurosawa film inspired.
This is fire stuff.
It's giving Rashomon. It's giving like Yojimbo. It's giving
Yeah.
Like shit like that. I saw
Awesome.
Broken Ronin talking about how like the aspect ratio like changed for the pages themselves or whatever for this double page spread, and it's like and then I started like picturing like two vertical manga pages like put next to each other for this double page spread, and then like like the ratio like seemed off, like you couldn't fit two regular sized manga pages together and like have it like fill the space properly for this double page spread. So I was like, oh shit, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, dope stuff. Banger chapter.
I like the ending.
Yeah,
I like the ending where
opened it up in my balls, baby.
Yeah.
No, but I like how he like beginning of the chapter visualizing like remembering the memory of like his daughter just crying in her room after all the shit that people have said about him and bullied her, and like him showing like he didn't go, basically visualizing that he was too scared to confront all this with her and figured it would be like showing that it's better to just erase her memory and all that.
Yeah, because he was scared to open the door because he didn't want to see her dangling from the ceiling fan, but then he finally like opens the door and it's just like, oh, she's just in bed and I'm here to comfort her, which is just like a really good way to kind of like show the scene that he was like so afraid of stumbling into is actually just this, and this is the better version, like this is the way that he can live, that he was like, so that Chihiro was like, bro, I'm trying to show you that it's not your daughter dangling from the ceiling fan behind that door, bro. And then he opens the door and it's not that, and it's like opening the door represents him healing his eyes and opening them, and it's like this is the scene that you walked into, not suicide, and it's just like way better.
And I love that he basically said that in that representation he said, thank you for protecting me.
Yeah, banger.
Yeah,
which I think was great.
Yeah, good stuff. Good money stuff. So yeah, can't wait to see. I see it's about every series that we review. Can't wait to see what happens next. But do wonder if this is if we're winding up this arc. But we got it. We also got to get back to the base where Azumi is fighting fucking samurai dudes. So like, I wonder if we're gonna jump there or if like Samura is gonna get a call. Like, yo, shit's happening, or what's gonna happen here. But I don't know. With Samura opening his eyes, I feel like he's kind of like, that's
gonna be made to see some shit with these eyes, bro. Like, now that I've thought about like a Hishaku nigga popping out and stabbing Iori, like the page turn for that. God, now that I'm picturing it, I feel like I just want it to happen so bad. Obviously, I don't want anything bad to happen to Iori, but I feel like this is just such a good opportunity to be like, oh, his eyes are open, kill the kid. let him see what he should have kept them eyes dead. You know what I'm saying? Should have kept them eyes closed.
Sniper
bitch.
bullet,
yeah. Toji, we need a Toji,
we
bro. Kagurabachi needs a Toji.
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro.
Like I would say Hakuri, but then I don't really get the same vibes.
Hakuri.
Hakuri.
Oh, you mean Hirohiko?
Hirohiko, yeah.
Oh, Hirohiko is fucking that nigga is Mahito.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, Hakuri, he's gang. That's buddy. That's dude.
That's gang them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm squeezed out for this one. You got anything else, Weeb, that you want to say?
Peak fiction.
Okay. Knox.
×2. Peak fiction. Real cinema.
Yeah, real movie shit. Had my popcorn. Woke up like you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth after you read your Kagurabachi or whatever, and you eat your popcorn. It's good breakfast, good dinner, good lunch, all that good stuff. So this was big bangers. Kagura movie.
Kagura movie.
Cinema Bachi. Let's
go.
So that was chapter 85, baby. Open my heart. I open my eyes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up and talk about our favorite chapters of the week. I guess I'll go first. It was real tough, man. For me, I was really about to. It was between. Good question. I like that you asked that. It was between. It was between Ichi, of course, and Bachi, and that's it. It was between Ichi and Bachi.
Yeah.
Ranger had good stuff, but Bachi took it. The cinema was too strong with this one, man. The Ichi stuff was very powerful, and you know, real money bags, bromance stuff. We had a long talk about bromance that these guys, you know, they enjoyed a lot. But you know, I didn't really get involved in that one, but you can go see for
ADHD
yourself.
showed.
Yeah, you can get involved. You can go check that out yourself, viewer. Back at home, go listen to the bromance in the Ichi the Witch segment. But Kagurabachi for me, man. Too much cinema, baby. Cinema bachi. That's gonna be it for me. What about you, Knox?
Yeah, it's how can you not say Kagurabachi, bro? Out of all these, like everything was so good, of course, but Bachi's just like on a whole nother level right now, especially in this arc. I don't know like when or what kind of chapter it would have to be for Kagurabachi to not win right now until for the rest of this arc.
Yeah,
But
you know, there's still.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, man, it's just like doing way too much. Like Gachiakuta, I could see like coming through and getting a chapter of the week throughout the rest of this arc, while if while Kagurabachi is still going, and like Ichi had like a really strong chapter too. But yeah, I don't know. Kagura is botching too hard.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you? Which chapter of the week?
Time straight Kagurabachi.
Okay, 3 thumbers.
Who knows? We might end up getting another stretch like we did a couple of months ago, where like every week was just Kagurabachi this, Kagurabachi that. That's best chapter of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a banger, and it's hard to you know, it's hard to imagine it not just doing great things. I would like, you know, there to be more competition, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you know there are still a lot of people out there who just haven't checked out Kagurabachi just off of the initial, like they're just like, nah, it looked, you know, people said it was bad, or like I thought it was just a meme. There's still people who haven't read because they think it's just a meme.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I
crazy
know,
to
right?
me. It's
Like,
like
oh,
how
there's nothing that can change my mind on this because I've already decided it's garbage and talk shit. So now if I start reading it and say it's great, I'm gonna look crazy. So I can't do that.
yeah. Can't have my Twitter followers knowing that I went back on something. I gotta stand my ground. 85 chapters of fucking peak. Like,
It is
get
what
on
it
it,
is.
bums.
You probably don't want them around anyway if they're that kind of person.
Yeah,
Stinking
some
up
people
the
just suck.
fandom.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what it is. That's going to do it for this episode. This was episode 30 of Shonen Pulse. If you, yeah, I didn't say it in the intro, but you know, please make sure to like, subscribe, stomp on the comment section with your dirty feet. You know, get real nasty in there. Let the boys know what you think. Let us know if we spitting at any point in the podcast, and if we were not spitting, if we forgot anything, you know, remind us, let us know, all that good stuff. Help us
Spitting
get
or
to that.
shitting, let us know.
Yeah, spitting or shitting, baby. Help us get to that 1,000 subscribers because we almost there. And soon we'll be able to buy cheeseburgers for our families. You know, help us out, man. Help us out. Do the right thing, man. It's for the kids. Fucking goddamn it.
Panel focus is for the children.
Yeah. Do that shit. But yeah, man. Sorry for the language. If you got kids listening to the podcast, this is on you. This is your fault.
Yeah,
this is
an R-rated show for sure.
Oh, yeah. Don't be listening around
Yeah,
people
be a
who.
responsible adult.
Yeah, exactly. But
Buy
yeah,
anime
that's
figures.
yeah. That's gonna do it, baby. Check out all the stuff we talk about, and check us out on Twitter and all that stuff. Sorry we've been late. We're gonna try and be better. We got some streams playing for real this time because I said I was gonna stream a lot back in the day.
It's actually happening though now.
Yeah, actually happening. So keep an eye out, baby girls. That's gonna do it though. This has been Big Yato, and you know, boys.
Oh yeah, I'm Knox. Goodbye.
Good night,
We
everybody.
see
Good
ya.
night, everybody.